them cities with white ladies. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or take the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from commas. These bitches are free promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Timeouts, take her allowance. Cause I said she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fuck her, I'm tired of rapping YOLO, breaking the quality. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Niggas need to stop giving me.
Yo, welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks. And I appreciate y'all being here, man. What I'm about to show y'all has nothing to do with today's show. Nothing to do with today's show, but I was just reading this, and I was almost late for the show because I was reading this, and a comment stood out to me. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Nothing to do with today's show, except, well, two things. One, we're going to talk about Stormy Daniels later, so that kind of goes with it. And two, the fact that no black kids in predominantly black cities, especially if they have a black mayor, knows how to read. There is no black city with a black female mayor, because you know the mayor black, the president of the or whatever you call them, the president or VP or whatever your city call them, or the education board, you know it's going to be a black woman. So lack of education is also part of this, and that's a byproduct of being taught by toddlers. But I'm going to show y'all this real quick, even though it ain't got nothing to do with today's show. My man says, liberals, I'm going to show y'all the picture first, so y'all know who he's talking about. I saw Beetlejuice right there, and I was like, yo, let me see what this is about. I did a show with her before. No, her before. That's shorty down there in New Orleans. And I think that's shorty in Memphis. I did a story on both of them. And I did one on Lori Lightfoot, too. But, god damn. They say black don't crack, but that's hey, man. I ain't got nothing. That ain't the point of today's show. But I just want to read one comment. Hey, facts. Don't stay away from cities with dyke mayors. Y'all heard the intro, man. That's what caught my attention, bro. So I was like, yo, let me see what they're saying about cities with dyke mayors. So it says, liberals give black women cities with high crime rates because they know that they will enforce emotional policy that will continue the suffering of victims. It's getting to the point where almost every black man can see this trend. I don't know about that, but all right. It's deeper than the politics. Without black women, there'd be no Democratic Party. Well, I agree with that part. Show me one successful mayor in this photo. Won't be able to. There's one comment that I saw that I was like, I could do a whole show about this. This dude, Zendo. Zendo says, so let me get this as simple as possible. They use black women to destroy the black race, whether through single moms, high abortion rates, high crime cities to keep it going, or to make it worse. Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I ain't got nothing to say about that because that's not today's show. I just saw a whole map of dyke mayors and was like, that's my righteous hate. The hate don't come from not being able to get no ass. Girls leave ass on the sidewalk. The righteous hate comes from everything functional that you want to do will be stopped if you put a woman in any position of authority. So you can't be great as a group unless you separate and segregate yourself away from the Mongols at the gate. Anyway, But here's the thing. What got me though, nothing to do with that. What got me was, for those who know me and those who don't know, about to tell y'all this. I am a Candy Crush fanatic, bro. Like, I'm a Candy Crusher. I'm not really a gamer anymore. I'm a little bit too old to be a gamer, but I'm a Candy Crusher. So to get free lives from time to time, I gotta watch these ads, and it's really been getting to me because, for those who don't know, I changed my gender on Facebook. So I am not a binary lesbian. I am a binary lesbian because as a man, I kept going to Facebook jail. So I was like, yo, I'm going to be a woman, but I'm going to be a lesbian so I can actually make my post without going to jail every time I type the word woman. It was getting crazy. So that's cool and all, except all the ads I get are for women or unisex ads. I don't get men ads on the page I play Candy Crush on. So I don't get ads about the new Ewings or the new Jordans or fitness drinks and nothing like that. I get ads for like $16 uh, lace front wigs and shit like that. How to be a CNA in 16 hours, shit like that. I just scrolled on. But when they have the unisex ads, the universal ads, they always tend to be about money, right? They always tend to be about money. Either how to start a new career, besides being a CNA, how to start a new career, how to make it rich, doing designs like graphic designs, how to become a certified IT tech on Google for free, just all this. Change the circumstance, change the world. You'll be rich in 3 days, type of shit. And today, kind of, you know how you see something all the time, but you don't pay attention to it. But once you see it all the time. And I'm looking, and I'm like, every single one of these ads today must be get your money right ad. And I want to show the videos, but apparently the videos that they show you are just for the ads. Once you click the ad, it just takes you to a website with a bunch of information. But I'm gonna go through just a couple of them. Just a couple of them. You'll get the gist. So one of them was for, I get a lot of these too. Emergency loan money, how to use your phone and tap into the government and they give you $2,000 today, or this one's for 50,000, up to 50,000. Like this, a register for 30. So all these are supposed to be emergency loans, and they always show some teenager, like literally still in school, like you can get a crisis loan for 18,000. I'm like, how in the hell they going through a crisis? They like, they might be 18 years old, but they still in high school, or 17. Like, how they going through a crisis? And I'm like, yo, all they trying to do is get your information in their database. Next thing you know, you're gonna be, getting calls because your car warranty expired. You're not gonna get the money because you ain't going through a crisis. They just want your IP address. So it's the free money ads, right? It's the free money joints. Then you get to, once you get past the learn how to do tech or be an IT, you get to the, we gonna teach you how to make money. There's 1,000,001. We gonna teach you how to make money for free. For free. Let me explain that to you. To teach you how to make money from the stock market, which is volatile. You know what I'm saying? It's been better in the last 10 years, but how to make money from the stock market while protecting 99% of your capital. So if I give you $100, I'm either gonna make $1,000 or I'm gonna lose $1. That's not even how investing works.
Mamata.
But these are the things that they sell on you, right? How to make it big, how to get rich with no work. We gonna do all the work, and you gonna get all the riches. And we don't want nothing. We just humanitarian people. These are the ads I see 24/7. These free money ads, right? We giving you free money. It's free money, but you got to pay us $1,000 first. You know, give us $1,000 down, and we gonna give you free money. Okay, cool. All right. So I understand that these particular ads are paid ads. These particular ads, somebody's paying for them, but when you start getting into the content creators who successfully promote these type of ads, you get to a certain type of person, right? A certain type of person. And this is what today's show is about. So, what they want you to do first, before you can give away free money, because you know that's the name of the game. Give people free money. Tighten up my rope. All right, so before you can give people free money, you have to become an expert at something, because people believe in experts, right? So they say. I think my thing breaking. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but no, they took that away. So you ain't got to be an expert no more. Like and sub as y'all come in, bro. We're gonna slow walk today. It's fascinating to me, maybe not to y'all, but I'm gonna make it fun because you know, 30 folks. Anyway, so they tell you that they made all these great strides. Perfect example. Perfect example. Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everybody talks about it now for the last 10 years. I had to read that book at 7 years old because my uncle is friends with Robert Kiyosaki. And I met him and he gave me a book and he autographed it. And my uncle used to do these matter of fact, my uncle would have been a customer of these niggas. Now I think about it. My uncle used to do all these workshops that test your soul in order to see if you're gonna be successful. Right? Hey Zone, you might be right though. This motherfucking leaning now, man. It just started just now. Oh shit, I did break it. Damn, I broke it. Alright, anyway. So let me adjust this. Adjust it to the broke part. Stupid ass mic. I just got this mic. Now I ain't got no holder. Alright, anyway. So my uncle met Robert Kiyosaki because he used to go to these wealth building workshops that they never talked about money yet, but they'll teach you how to have focus. So they'll have you walking over hot coals, or you gotta climb a mountain with no rope, or you gotta what was another one he did? The glass. You gotta walk over glass barefoot. And then all these little cool little tricks to say that you have the perseverance to push through things, right? That he used to champion those type of things when I was young. And he met Robert Kiyosaki, and Robert Kiyosaki and him became friends. And Robert just wrote the book, and he gave me one and autographed it, and I read it, and it was a good book. It was a good book. I lived my life on those principles. But it was a self-help book. Self-help book. Self-help book. Help yourself, nigga. Help your motherfucking self. For all the praise that book gets, my favorite book was, I'm about to give dude credit. I could tell you the name of the book. The name of the book was Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I don't know who wrote it. I'm about to find out right now. I'm going to give him credit. Richard Carlson. Richard Carlson wrote a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And everything is small stuff. I'll show y'all a picture of it. Go to images, see if I can see a picture of it. Don't sweat the small stuff and everything small stuff. Once upon a time, I was out there, getting a couple of dollars in these streets. I was outside, you know what I'm saying? And I was flying back and forth from Chicago to LA. You know what I'm saying? And well, no cell phones back then. We talking the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19, 20. I'm flying back and forth, but we making $30,000 a month out there, man. We doing it. $30,000 a month. So they used to have bookstores and music stores and all type of stuff in the airport terminal. And I went to the bookstore and I just wanted a book to read on a flight from Chicago to Cali, because I wasn't going to LAX. I was going to Ontario, so there was like a 2-hour layover in either Phoenix or Vegas. I can't remember which one. Probably Phoenix. Ain't nothing to do in the Phoenix airport. So I bought a book to read on the flight from Chicago to LA, and it was Don't Sweat the Small Stuff by dude whose name I just said, and I forgot that quick. What I say his name was? Something Carlson. Whatever I said his name was, rewind that shit. Anyway, and that book did more for me personally. That book did more for me than Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or The Richest Man in Babylon, or all these books my uncle used to help me have me read in order to know not only how to make money, but how to save the money I make. Which I appreciate, though. I appreciate the lessons, but my uncle think, because my uncle a boomer, my uncle think more money mean better life. But more money, more problems. More money, crazier the bitches. The more you got to lose. The smaller your circle get. You used to laugh all the time. Now you always serious because you always trying to see if somebody trying to take what's yours. More money gets you more stuff, but it doesn't give you a better quality of life. That comes from within, right? Hey, matter of fact, I did have a Primeco phone. Did I have a Primeco phone at that time? I don't think I had a Primeco at that time though. I had a damn, I don't know what kind of phone I had, bro. We was doing burnouts back then, bro. I had a Sky pager though. I had a SkyTel pager, and when you called it, it was a operator that sent the text, because there wasn't no text messages yet. So it was an operator you call, and they'll say, if you had a voice message you want to send me, the operator will send me the voice message. I had one of them. I might have had a Primeco. I had a Primeco phone before though. I ain't gonna say I didn't. Anyway, so the story progresses though. So that was a self-help book. Don't sweat the small stuff. Everything small stuff. I learned how to let a lot of shit go. I was like, yo, it ain't even. Don't worry about that. That book helped me. Self-help book. Key self-help. 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 Somewhere along the line, we went from self-help to I do everything for you. So I'm like, yo, why are they trying to do everything for people now, right? Why are they saying, yo, you give me your money, we do all the work? That's like reverse slavery or some shit. I don't know. But I'm like, why they keep doing it? And then I thought about the content creators who push it. Because we don't have the Robert Kiyosaki's anymore. We don't have the whatever dude name I said his name was. I'm going to say his name, man. Goddamn, I'm going to say his name. Richard Carlson's. We don't have the Richard Carlson's anymore who say, man, this is to make you better. Now we have a bunch of people saying this will make you richer. And if you're richer, you will be better. Women, black women especially, have more money than they ever had before. Do they seem happy to you?
Mama tak.
Did the accumulation of stuff, of more bags and more pillows on your bed, make you any happier? Nah, them bitches don't look happy to me. Now they complaining about more stuff. Now they want a man to make 3 times more than them, not because they want to feel security, which is the reason you're supposed to be a provider, is to provide her with security. She already got bread. Now she want a nigga that got 3 times more than her so she can get what? More stuff. If all you chasing is stuff, you'll never be fulfilled. Because it's just stuff. Stuff that go out of style. Stuff that wears out. Stuff that breaks. Just more stuff. So, but that's what they're selling now. Now they're selling you can get rich. But the worst thing that they're selling, when it comes down to the content creators that sell what they think that you buying, is not they selling celebrity, but they making themselves a celebrity, then selling the celebrity that they bought for themselves. And I'm like, yo, who's selling these motherfuckers to celebrity, man? Probably the same motherfucker that sold me this mic stand. They bought their celebrity from the same place I bought this mic stand. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna smarten up. Upside down. Reverse the market up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm tired of holding it. I can't even. That didn't work. That didn't work. I was so optimistic too. I just knew this shit was gonna work. It didn't work. I just knew it was gonna work though. Now I gotta hold the mic like LL Cool J. No rapper could rap quite like I can. Anyway, that's crazy. Anyway, I'll show you guys what they selling now. No. Before I go there, let me show y'all who's selling it. Let me show you the hidden hand. The hidden hand who giving you the money before I show you who's selling the stuff. So first, let me show y'all who giving the money and why all this fiat currency is just recycled. So I heard this story yesterday. I don't know what show I was listening to. You ever heard something so crazy that you was like, yo, this is probably true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so absolutely insane. You be like, yo, that is so bananas. It's probably true. So yesterday I heard some investor podcaster dude say that 90, let's just say 90%. He said higher than 90, but let's just say 90%. 90% of America is owned by 3 companies. And he named all 3. It was like the Halliburton group and it was 2 others. And I could show them to you, but I forgot what the other 2 were. But this is, I asked for a list of all the companies owned by Halliburton. And they showed me the top 3. Out the Fortune 500 companies, I'm sorry, the S&P 500. Out of Standard & Poor's 500 top companies, Halliburton has a hand in about 108, my nigga. About 108. So, let me see. I just want to get to the 3 companies. Here it go again. Shit like this. Try the Investopedia stock simulator. They always trying to give you some shit in order for you to get rich, but it's a simulator, which means they doing it for you. They always trying to sell you free money. That's the thing, that sell you free money, and y'all ain't gonna get it. But we gonna get back to that right now. I'm looking for something. Halliburton has a long history of acquisitions. I'm trying to find. I saw him. I had him. I scrolled. Oh, here it start. Baroid. I don't even know what Baroid is, but they're an industrial drilling products company. So they drill oil and they own the company that they get the equipment for drilling oil for, and they charge exorbitant prices to themselves to shake the books. Actually, it's not a bad idea. It's really not a bad idea. Baroid is part of Halliburton's drilling and evaluation segment. All right, cool. Sperry Drilling. They own the drilling, the major drilling company too. And all of these, by the way, for those who don't remember, I missed one. All of those, by the way, for those who don't remember, were Dick Cheney. Remember Dick Cheney bust his mans in the chest while they was hunting for quail or geese or ducks or whatever bird they was hunting for, and he shot his mans in the chest because his mans was talking too much and didn't even go to the police station. Now talk about power, my nigga. Y'all don't even understand. Vice President of the United States took another millionaire on a camping trip, shot him in the chest, didn't even see the station. They found that man murdered, said, my bad. And the man that got shot in the chest with a 16 gauge lived through it. He lived for 3 days. But he lived long enough to gain consciousness. And the motherfuckers asked him, who shot you? And while they asking him, Cheney wasn't even in handcuffs. Cheney standing behind the police looking at his friend. They asking that man, who shot you? Was it on purpose? He looking at the police, look over the shoulder, see Cheney. Cheney looked at that nigga like, dude was like, he shot me on accident. It wasn't his fault. Cheney was a motherfucking gangster. A gangster. Y'all can praise Nino Brown all you want, man. George Herbert Walker Bush and Dick Cheney, gangsters. But they actually were America's version of Putin, to be honest. CIA agent makes president. Putin was a KGB agent made president. Same shit. But when Cheney was in the White House, Cheney being part of the Halliburton group, Cheney made the entire nation a no-bid contract for Halliburton. Then gave Halliburton all the no-bid contracts in Iraq while they were taking over Iraq. So they control the oil over there. They are an oil drilling company. You got control of the military, and you got control of the drilling. And then you call them military motherfuckers contract. This is so crazy. For the first 2 years of the Desert Storm, I thought contractors were oil riggers. My ex-girlfriend at the time, her stepdad, her mom's husband, came back from Iraq, and he said he was a contractor, and I was like, he was in the military, had been in the military for like 30 years, and he explained to me over roasted duck. First of all, roasted duck not that good. We went to one of those. I was in Atlanta at the time. I don't know where it was at. Some Car Parkway probably, because everything on Car Parkway in Atlanta. Or Peachtree. There's only fucking 2 streets they got with shit on it. Anyway, so it's probably on Car Parkway. But, bro, it was this little Asian buffet. And they had roasted ducks. And they had all type of shit. And I don't care how fine the girls. And my girl was fine. But her mother was even colder, nigga. Her mama was... Woo, nigga. I was with that girl almost 7 years off and on, bro. And probably talked to her mom 3 times because I was scared to talk to her mother because I was scared I was going to spit game like a Mississippi pimp, nigga.
Mama,
my mama was cold. I stayed with her so long. I stayed with that crazy bitch as long as I did because her mama was so cold. I was like, shit, if I could weather the storm, nigga, I'm going to have a badass bitch. Her sister was cold. Her sister was in the Fiesta video. The R. Kelly Nas one, not the R. Kelly Jay-Z one. But they took all the R. Kelly videos off, so you'll never see it. But Rhonda was cold too. Anyway, so I'm in there and we just eating roasted duck at this Asian buffet, and he explained it to me what a contractor really does. He's like, man, we just go in and we tell them to get down and lay down, and they be like, this is our home, la 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 la, and then we like, oh, y'all chose lay down. I'm like, oh, you put contract like mafia contracts, like whoa, y'all took a mob contract, oh, but they calling them contractors and they sending other contractors, the oil contractors, all that's Halliburton. Halliburton finessed the George Washington, the George Bush presidency to being the number one country, the number one company in the country, hands down. So when you start looking through a list of 100 companies that they own, you start seeing shit like R.J. Reynolds. R.J. Reynolds ain't going nowhere. I tell people all the time, I say, man, y'all against cigarettes. Y'all talking about ban cigarettes, raise taxes on cigarettes, all that shit. I said Reynolds, I said Newport and Marlboro are subsidiary companies under R.J. Reynolds. Nigga, Reynolds Rap is R.J. Reynolds. Dole Peaches is R.J. Reynolds. Saran Wrap is R.J. Reynolds. Like, nigga, if they raise prices on cigarettes, you sue them because you got cancer, guess how much your goddamn peaches gonna cost? Just because you don't know that who owns what, y'all just see that particular logo and be like, oh, yeah, I don't fuck with that logo. Nigga, all them logos owned by R.J. Reynolds. And R.J. Reynolds is owned by Halliburton. Hey, that's hilarious. That nigga said the George Foreman presidency. George Jefferson president. Y'all ain't chat y'all ain't shit, man. Players mess up too, man. Players mess up too. Anyway, so I'm looking at all these companies that Halliburton own, and then I put that next to another list. Let's see. Is this a list I want to show you guys? Oh, they out of order. I had sneezed and messed up my order. Move this over here. Then put that next to another list that I'm about to show y'all now. These are the top 100 companies. Let me see if I can make. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see if I can make it bigger. Y'all will recognize a few of these. Y'all will recognize a few. These are the top 100 biggest spenders on Google Ads. So all the ads you guys see online. And then there's another list for the biggest advertisers on TV. And a lot of these overlap. So you got Amazon, Google. It's crazy that Google has the number 2 ads on Google. That's kind of hilarious though. Like, who you marketing to, B? Niggas already on Google, B. How you gonna be Google advertising on Google? That sound like theft now that I think about it, bro.
Mama tak.
Man, I wish I was on stream y'all right now. I would highlight that face fact. That nigga said they conglomerates, but your baby mama snitch on you for driving Uber as a side hustle. Negro. Actually, I saw a video about that too, man. Today's show, I might pull that up later just on shits and giggles. But a baby mama who begged her baby daddy for some money, and he said, no, you get child support. And she was like, I'm going to tell the police. Oh, I use the voice.
I'm going to tell the police that you be selling 3 fives on the side and that you cut hair in the basement. I'm going to tell them that you drive without a license.
Yo, bitches be snitching for the silliest shit. Ah, shit. That's hilarious. That's facts, though. All right, look. I'm still tripping on Google. Like, why is Google on Google? Anyway, info.com, consumer. I believe consumer advocate is these same motherfuckers that be calling the entire fucking world about about your car insurance, your car warranty. That's consumers advocate, bro. These are the things. So consumers advocate will run a website like this, like the first one we showed with the 2023 boost fund and all that shit. Consumer advocate will run a website like this and tell you can get free money just to get your information. You know what I'm saying? Your email and your phone number. They don't need your social or nothing. They don't go that deep. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll just get your contact information. And then with that contact information, they'll call you 100 goddamn times a day about a warranty that you ain't even got. Expedia, I can see that. Progressive, I can see that. Yo, Yahoo probably does need to advertise on Google because Yahoo needs their slot back. I ain't mad at you, Yahoo. At least that makes sense. Now, if Google was spending money on Yahoo, I could see it. Yahoo spending money on Google, I could see that. Wayfair, we ain't even got no Wayfair in Chicago. But Wayfair is one of those companies. Hold on, guys. I want to know. I want to know something real quick. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's only 4 grocery stores in America. Did y'all know that? It's only 4 grocery stores. And only one of them independently owned. Aldi's is the only independently owned one. Because Aldi's is a German company that took over America. But Kroger owns hella grocery stores. Hella. But in the Midwest, they call Food for Less or Jewel, or you go other places. I'm not sure if they own Piggly Wiggly, but I know that's a big brand down south. But it all be Kroger. And you don't really realize that until you go get the generic products, and the generic products say Kroger. You be like, yo, we ain't got no Kroger in Illinois. But apparently we do, goddammit. Yo, all these be the less expensive. You stay away from their junk food because all these junk food trash. But best place to get vegetables, bro. They always fresh, very affordable. But I want to see what the what grocery store chains, what stores does Wayfair own? What stores does Wayfair own? I ain't heard of none of those stores. Wayfair, you know what? Wayfair, I done fucked up. Wayfair ain't even the grocery stores. Wayfair a furniture store. I got that shit all the way wrong. But they own a bunch of furniture stores, a bunch of national. Yo, I'm sending this shit to Palmer so he can get him a new couch. Like, go to Wayfair, my nigga. Go to Wayfair. All right, so back to what we was on. What up, Tice? Who else? Carvana, State Farm. When you start looking at this, right, and you put these in juxtaposition to the ads that you see, not only when you are on Google, on people's websites. Yo, I think you right, Small. Is that the ones that you go to their website and put in a secret item that's not on the front page, and they tell you where to pick up a kid, and you go to it and they got a fake wall in the back? I heard about that spot, bro. Yeah, I don't remember if it was Wayfair, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Anyway, my point is, when you look at the 100, because they're not going to show you the subsidiaries, they're just going to show you the major brands. So the 100 top advertisers are also the 100 businesses owned by the top 3 companies, right? Because all these companies are subsidiaries of subsidiaries, right? So it's no different than me saying, yo, y'all don't want to pay taxes no more, come to death row, tribe up, put you under the wing, it's still your shit. Pay Rome with his wrongs, but that's still your shit. We ain't gonna pay no taxes, we ain't gonna worry about no visas, we ain't gonna do shit. We gonna be true Americans in this bitch, as you should be. Most people not gonna do it because people that get shit done ain't liked by the masses. That's why your baby mama will snitch on the fact you cut hair on the side, but they don't care about conglomerates. Because the people who get shit done are not the people that niggas who don't get shit done like. You feel me? Sidebar. Just because this nigga Sir Tice came here. Sidebar. Caught this nigga Sir Tice holding court. What was it, yesterday? I'm quit saying this nigga Sir Tice like he not my friend. I saw Sir Tice holding court yesterday, I think it was, with some dude from somewhere who ended up in Chicago, but Chicago not claiming him. We ain't claiming him. And all that dude kept talking about is how he only make $1,500 a week, but he take care of 6 women. Now I don't mind you making $1,500 a week. I don't mind you making $750 a week. That's $15 an hour. If that's where you at, that's where you at. But to have that limited amount of money, you take care of 6 women and 5 of them you can't fuck. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And Sir Tyson was trying to convince this man on how to be a man by giving a man advice and a moniker of man love. As much man love you can give a perfect stranger. And I was like, y'all got this wrong, bro. He already a slave to matriarchy, my nigga. He ain't gonna do it. And everybody like, dirty, you just hate bitches. I'm like, yeah, I do hate bitches. Righteously. But this is why. He's the example of why I hate bitches. Look at what they did to him. They got that man working to come back and give all his money to them so he can have just enough money to go back to work to give all his money to them and have him convinced that if he doesn't give his mom, his aunt, his 3 sisters, and his girlfriend all of his money except what he needs to get back to work, that he's not a good man and that he don't love them. And I said that's why slavery lasted so long. Slavery was not about labor. Slavery wasn't a bad place and space. I know people always argue when I say that. Even when I remind them, when they were technically free, the motherfucker stayed on that plantation for another 60 years. 60. 6 with a 0. Not 3 to 5 years. Not enough time just to get on my feet. Another 60 years in that same plantation as sharecroppers. It wasn't that bad. They quote unquote master became their landlord. They got, instead of slave wages, they got sharecropper wages, which is the exact same amount of money they was getting as a slave, because there were slave wages. Y'all can call them minimum wage, living wage, whatever. The reason that nobody bought their way out of slavery, or very few, is because when men got their slave wages, they gave it all to a bitch. A bitch that was fucking white men lying to you talking about his rape when really all she wanted was a beige baby with good hair. Y'all niggas talking about last 6 years. These bitches been the ops. They kept you in slavery. They brag about it. They make it sound all contrite about
We saved our kids. We told our kids not to fight the white man to save their life.
what shit gonna happen to them kids. They told them kids to be less than so she could be more than. Because she was loyal to her employer, not her family. And they still are. They still loyal to the state, not their family. So they having this discussion with dude yesterday, and Sir Tyson trying to teach this man how to be a man. And I'm like, yo, B. The goddamn credit, dead it. What the fuck did that have to do with what I just said? What the hell I was going somewhere with that. Oh, I know I was going with it. Because it's the allure. It's the allure of, if you can't have a better life, to provide a better life for somebody else. Because that's, for men, it's about providing a lifestyle for yourself and for others. You include others when you don't have shit. You start planning. I'm going to get a girl one day. I might have kids one day. Or you got a girl and y'all, when you got a girl, y'all kind of playing for the second kid. Y'all might not playing for the first kid, but y'all kind of playing for the second kid. Start planning this shit. Need a bigger place, bigger space. Man, I got to go from a coupe to a 4-door. Oh, shit. Now we got 4 kids. I got to go from a 4-door to a minivan. Oh, shit. When I become a minivan dude? That's the question every man with a minivan asks himself. When the hell did I become a minivan? I'm just 34 years old. I still got swag. Now I'm in a minivan. Planning it out. Looking out for others. Women just look out for themselves. And look for a man that'll look out for her before he look out for himself. But men try to look out for others. They just weaponize the benevolence of men. And they weaponize the fact that men want things because they believe that having things will make their life better. It'll make your lifestyle better. I won't argue that. But you are who you were before you got here, nigga. You were who you were before you got here. I saw a lot of niggas get 70,000. These niggas did 2 PPP loans. 2 PPPs. I like the PP. I don't PPP. They got 2 PPP. That's 6 Ps, nigga. That's 6 Ps. That's like me peeing on 6 different girls. 6 Ps to me is like 6 girlfriends, nigga. A P a piece. Yeah, 6 Ps, nigga. 2 PPPs. And they were broke within 45 to 60 days. No matter how many times I coach niggas, a lot of niggas got broke. But I remember my little cousin, bro. I tell him since I was little, the same things that I was getting from my uncle and from Rob Kiyosaki and from reading books like Rich Dad Poor. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. The same techniques, the same thing I'm doing. What my Bible, my Holy Grail, from the ages of 17 to 19 was Iceberg Slam. Pimp. I love that book, bro. I read that book front to back about 7 times. There was a stretch that I kept that book in my left back pocket and kept my wallet in my right back pocket. I took that book everywhere I went. Because that book taught me more about being a salesman than any seminar I ever went to about being a salesman. Or I would be able to go to sales jobs and take the elements, because my first legitimate job was selling timeshares. Take the timeshare shit, the ability to be able to sell to a perfect stranger within 3 minutes of meeting them or knocking on, like, my first couple of jobs were sales jobs. So I'm mastering the sales shit. Like, man, people don't buy the product, they buy you. So if people don't buy the product, they buy you, which is the first lesson of selling, right? Which is why black women are trash. I just threw black women are trash in there just randomly and shit, but I'm about to explain why. Because they're selling sex, but you're trying to buy love. You're trying to buy good customer service, but they have horrible customer service. They just like, hurry up and buy this burger, buy this pussy, buy whatever. Y'all, I just went to Secretary of State yesterday, man. I posted this shit on my community tab. You think them girls was really working? I took a video to show y'all how many lazy chicks ain't had nobody in the DMV, but I had to make an appointment and stand outside for 45 minutes in line like I'm on my way to a club and all type of bullshit. And I get in this motherfucker and it's empty and a bunch of lazy bitches just chilling at the counter. Horrible customer service. Horrible customer service. So you guys are trying to buy good customer service. They're trying to sell you the product that they're offering instead of the customer service that you're tipping for. No different than any other situation, right? So now what they're doing is they selling you the lifestyle. They used to say you the help. You had to help yourself. You had to help yourself. But they were selling you the help. This is what you do to help yourself. They were selling you the help. I was giving away the help. I was telling my little cousin shit like, yo, you gotta know what you're gonna do with your money before you get it. After you get the money, it's too late. He'd be like, what? I'm like, yo, after you get the money, it's too late. Like, what? I'm like, look, bro, I already know what I want to get. Because I know what I want to flip. You give me $2,000, but I want to flip something that costs $10,000. But I know if this 10, I'm gonna make 100. Off this 2, I gotta work myself to the 10. The 2 might give me 3.5. Then I gotta keep at least 1 for myself. Another 2 to get 3.5. I gotta work my way up. 10 to give me 100. 100 to make me $1 million. Actually, yeah. That's how it works. That's the math. So I'm like, yo, with 10, I do 2 flips, I'm at $1 million. With 2, I got to consistently flip, then something might happen. And you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know your car going to break down or goddamn it, somebody going to be stranded or your son need bond money, whatever. You never know what's going to happen. So you nickel and diming. Man, I don't eat fast food when I'm stacking. I've seen too many niggas go broke for 40 ounces and pizza puffs. I'm like, bro, you nickel and diming yourself, bro. They like, why you got more money than me, nigga? Because I don't drink beer and I don't eat out. I cook. Y'all, come on, tribe. Y'all see me all the time, nigga. I'm steady jerking a chicken. Pause. That sound crazy. Pause. I'm steady jerking a chicken. I cook. It saves me money. Know what I'm saying? Plus, I enjoy my own food. It tastes like love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I make habits so I don't have to spend. So whatever money I get, I can stack and I can flip. It's a lifestyle choice. When they sell you when they sell you a lifestyle, they sell the lifestyle as if you have more, you will get better. That's not necessarily the case. It's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of people who get more and still be with a fat bitch in an American car, or even worse, in a raggedy foreign car. Ain't nothing worse than a nigga in a raggedy foreign car, bro. Ain't nothing worse than seeing a nigga in a Benz. I'd be feeling like a low class Benz, like a C class or a 3 something. Cause y'all understand that Benzes are the Fords of Germany, right? That's their police cars, their ambulances. Benzes are the Fords of Germany. They cost $16,000 in Germany, the same as a Ford here, but they charge you $40,000 with the tariff tax to get it to America. They the same raggedy, and now you gotta pay for foreign parts. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas get money, they get a raggedy ass white bitch in a raggedy ass German car. I'm like, you still a raggedy ass nigga. You just got a couple of dollars. You still living a raggedy lifestyle. I don't even know what the 50-cent burger thing was, but I'm going to take your word for it. Anyway, so here's what they did. I thought I clicked this already like 3 minutes ago. You get somebody like, what's his name? Grant Cardone. I'm about to call this nigga Vince Cardone. Grant Cardone. His whole thing, my experience of private jets. Everything about this dude is about excess, right? This is his article. This is him talking to the people. This is his marketing joint, right? So that's him. Don't get it twisted. That's a nice plane. I'm not hating on the plane. I'm just telling you how the game changed. The game changed ever since goddamn it, Ace and Alpo pulled up. Goddamn it, in the motherfucking twin Audis with the BBSs, nigga. The whole game changed. As soon as Alpo and goddamn it, Rich Porter pulled up with the gold BBSs, talking about the reward without the work, the game changed, I guess. White people just catching up to the flash in front. Hey, Face, I forgot about the old Infinities, bro. I forgot about them. Especially the Qs, nigga. I was like, anyway. And it's always a... Yo. Alright, hold on. I gotta make it bigger because you gotta see this, guys. And it's always a redemption story. It's always a rag to riches redemption story. It is never I did the right thing the entire time and I had success doing the right thing the entire time. I went through the steps. I progressed. It's never that. It's always, I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side, was staying alive, was no job. It's always that story. It's always the rags to riches. Which is another part of the Rich Porter Alpo story, but I digress. Grant Cardone was into... Make it smaller, man. Y'all can see this. It's always the rags to riches. Grant Cardone was into drugs and drinking. The people in this rehab center... He went to rehab? Come on, man. This story is bananas already. I ain't got 2 senses in. The people at the rehab center were convinced that they would see him again, and he would never amount to anything. But Grant was ready for a change. Nah, man. Motivational. I love New York, bro. I mean, I did stay pizza in the Knicks, but I fucks with New York. I fucks with the people. I don't fuck with the Knicks, and I don't fuck with their pizza. But actually, I fuck with their pizza. It's just not better than Chicago pizza. Anyway, I just want to scroll down because a lot of this shit ain't about nothing. You hit another rag to riches part, but this ain't where I'm going. I want to get to the jet ownership, but let's finish out the rags to riches. You can clearly see how he's the real deal by watching the Discovery Channel Undercover Billionaire. Grant says that starring on that show was the most difficult thing he has ever done. He was not allowed to use his real name, was only given a card and $100, and was delivered to Pueblo in New Mexico. Here, in 90 days, he took $100 and turned it into a business valued over $5.5 million. It's always the rags to riches. I'm gonna applaud that though. Is this motherfucker about jets? Oh shit! You know what? I'm still gonna read it. Apparently, this an ad about jets. This aviation buyer. All right. I'm like, damn, why this whole? But anyway, this is what I want to show y'all. Grant's journey into the world of private jets began in 2015 when he bought an 8-year-old pre-owned Gulfstream G2. Right? I need you guys to understand why he got another one. I'm trying to see where it's at. Now, the first thing he did is spoke to his accountant. That's the right thing to do, right? That's the right thing to do. You about to make a big money purchase. You got an accountant. Just talk to your accountant. That's the first thing he did, but that's not why he bought the new jet. Now, look. When Grant first spoke to his accountant to do the math on buying his own jet, he repeatedly bragged that there was no making sense of the investment. As he tried to justify why it cost too much, however, Grant watched the most successful companies, including Apple, Coca-Cola, Facebook, Nike, and Amazon, buying new jets, and then trading them out for new jets every 3 years. First of all, nigga, you ain't got Coca-Cola money, nigga. That's crazy. You ain't got Coca-Cola money. You ain't got Apple money. I mean, you got a couple of dollars, but you ain't got Facebook money. I mean, that's crazy. The accountant's not thinking about the expansion. They only think about the expense. Yeah, because you don't need no fucking jet. Anyway. Trying to get... Yo, here is cloud chasing ass Damon John, bro. I ain't mad at Damon, but Damon part of the swindle. Both of them, they on the same speaking circuit. They all selling prosperity. At least I know what the fuck Damon John did. At least he owned Fubo at some point in time. I don't know what the fuck Cardone did. But a couple of years ago, Grant heard the Shark Tank star and entrepreneur Damon John was in Miami. Couldn't find a flight to Vegas. Goddamn man, Grant called Damon to say, man, he going to Vegas and motherfucker have a free ride in the G class. All right, that's what's up. But that's not where hold on. He got $4 billion now. That's what's up. Look, I can't find that in the article. You know who made him get a jet? You know who made him get the jet? His wife. His wife made him get a jet. She was like,
I'm tired of riding that raggedy ass jet. You got this used jet. This jet 11 years old. You weren't riding an 11-year-old car. Why am I in an 11-year-old jet? You need to swap out jet.
baby, I'm calling the accountant.
Fuck the accountant. Who make the money? You the accountant. If them motherfuckers made money, they wouldn't be accountants. They'd be counting, nigga.
Boom. Next thing you know, he went from a $8 million. I don't know why he got that jet anyway. A Gulfstream. I don't know why he got that. That's not even a first jet type of jet. I mean, it's cool, but I'm saying it's not a first jet type of jet. Like, how many people you rolling with to need a Gulfstream? That bitch sit like 36 people. Nigga, all you need is like a 8-seater. Y'all ever had to take a local flight? Like, I had to do it from Cleveland one time. I was leaving from a real city. I was leaving from a real city, and it was like too much smog in Chicago or something. So we landed in Cleveland, and then Cleveland had this little bitty plane with like Shit, bro. If it was 16 seats in that motherfucker, I think it's about 8 rows, so 16 seats. And dropped us off. The motherfucking plane was so little, it didn't even fly in the sky, my nigga. We was cutting through the Sears Tower and John Hancock and shit. Like, nigga, I've never been on look, the plane was so little, I swear to God, bro. At one point of the flight, the plane took Lakeshore Drive, and they got bullshit you not. The plane cut down Lakeshore Drive. We was in the air, though. We was in the air going down the expressway. That's how low we were and how small that plane was. That's a good starter plane. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the fuck he get a Gulfstream. But anyway, it ain't my money. And then his wife told him to leave that and get some shit that costs $48 million. Now he got a $48 million plane. I don't. But that's what they selling. They sell an authenticiousness. They sell the floss, nigga. They sell the motherfucking floss. I can't pronounce it, but they sell the floss. And then you buy the floss. Grant Cardone. Let me see if I can find this photo real quick. Show you his all-star cast. Because I remember this was all on. This was all over social media at one point in time. I'm not going to play the video. I just show the flyer. Yeah, this is the flyer I want to show right here. See if I can make it bigger. Hold on. See if I can make it as big as possible. And don't get it twisted. I'm not hating on these guys doing this, because I want to do something similar with the guys, man, with Mr. Palmer and Jap and Ramil and Chicago guys, and I want us to be able to travel and do our message too. But they would do events like this. They would have these big events. Stormy Wellington, Amadeus. I don't even know who Amadeus is. I don't know who any of these motherfuckers are really. And yo, Les Brown. I know who Les Brown is. They had Pitbull on here. What Pitbull? What the fuck Pitbull gonna teach a motherfucker, man? Pitbull, what are you gonna teach somebody? How to get robbed at your soda deal? How to lose it all to a divorce? Like, what the hell are you teaching people? You know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. But I fuck with Les Brown though. Les Brown was another motherfucker that was inspirational and didn't tell you shit. Like nothing, bro. Like, and I like Les Brown as a person because he was married to Gladys Knight, and my mom liked Gladys Knight. But that motherfucker was inspirational for nothing, nigga. He ain't tell you how to do shit. Nah, man. Motivation, quit lying on me, man. Quit lying. You're a liar, Motivation. I don't be bullying New York, man. I fucks with New York. I fucks with New York, bro. The people, not the city. The city dirty as shit. They ain't got alleys or nothing. Rats big as this. Big ass rats and shit. But I fucks with the people. New York people cool as shit. Shit, I'm in Chicago. I don't fuck with Chicago, nigga. What are you talking about? Oh, the move to Montana to get away from these goddamn toddlers, nigga. I'm over the whole big city experience at this point, man. The bigger the city, the more toddlers you get. But anyway, so they would do events like that with Stormy Daniels and Grant Cardone and all these cats, right? That's their thing. And they'll have these little workshops, and they'll tell you, this is the crazy part. Honestly, I think Creflo Dollar should have probably been a part of one of these too. This is what they tell you. They don't tell you how to get money. No. They don't tell you how to get healthy. They don't tell you about how to save your marriage. Nothing. They tell you how cool it is to be rich. You go into these workshops and they tell you how cool it is to be a rich ass richity rich, right? Like, man, the rich shit, nigga, I pull up in planes, take my plane to the helicopter, take my helicopter to the limo, man. And then they be like, this could be your lifestyle if you take this workshop. Cool. What's the workshop about? How to floss, nigga. How to floss. I don't need no workshop to know how to floss, sir. I'm pretty good flosser. They don't teach you. They don't help you. They're not self-help. And they don't teach you a skill. They just tell you that your life sucks and their life is awesome. And if you want your life to be awesome, then you need to give them money for your life to be awesome. Pay me for your life to be awesome. And they charge exorbitant fees too. Small say, how cool is to be set up by women that had that shit stolen for? Hey, man. Hey, that you joking, nigga, but you just touched the soft spot, nigga. No, sir. Now that is part of the righteous hate. A lot of these niggas, Creflo dirty. I can see it. I can see it. Anyway, just in case you guys forgot, I want to remind you of the type of woman Stormy Daniels is. Stormy Daniels has been in the game for quite a while. Just telling the world that, you know, cool nigga stuff like, you know, niggas ain't shit. Be a boss, bitch. Have your own shit. You don't need no nigga. Give me your money and I'll show you how to flip it. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. You want a man, pay me 15 racks and I show you how to shit on niggas. You don't need no nigga. You can shit on niggas. Let us look at a Stormy Daniels highlight. I know y'all remember this. And I clicked it.
You can't even pay me to do that. They put this on my plate. I will not let no. I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm the visionary. I'm the leader. But I would never eat a plate that looks like this. You couldn't even pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God. I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. And you took it. I would have been like, don't play me like that. I tell you what I want. You don't tell me what I want. So my thought process is if you put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it, I got the discipline. I won't even look at it and that make you look bad. I'm a queen. Queen's plate from like. If we have two plates, we play together, and say who's royalty, they would say this person. I agree.
Wait. Bro, look, I love a good hustle. Don't get it twisted, right? I used to be a hustler. Now I'm a 22 brew guzzler. Root beer, I'm not loving you. Let me tell you something, though. You can't tell me about low vibration when you feeding me hot dogs and paper plates, my nigga. You just cannot. I'm sorry, bro. You just cannot. They're eating hamburgers and hot dogs off paper plates on their lap, not at a table or nothing. No plasticware. Fuck silverware. No plasticware. No nothing. Everybody in this room paid Stormy $15,000 to hang out with her for a weekend to learn how to floss harder. It's like a bad bitch weekend. That's what she sold, a bad bitch weekend. I bullshit you not, bro. Trying to teach toddlers how to be bad bitches so they can have hot girl summers. I want y'all to see it, so I had to make it. I don't know if y'all can see it. I made it bigger so y'all can see this goddamn plate. This is old, but they be good.
You can't even pay me to do that to myself. They put this on my plate. I will not let no. I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm the visionary. I'm the leader. But I would never eat a plate that looks like this. You couldn't even pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God. I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. And you took it. I would have been like, don't play me like that. I tell you what I want. You You'll tell me what I want. So my thought process is if you put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it, I got the discipline. I won't even look at it and look that make you look bad. I'm a queen. Queen's plate can like. If we have two plates, we play together. I said, who's royalty? They will say this person. I agree. That's a good way.
Hold on, man. Hold on. My whole thing is this goofy bitch gonna say, and I agree. Bitch, y'all eating the same shit off the same plate. You just got a hamburger and she don't. And this bitch had the nerve to say that her corn on the cob on her paper plate make her look like royalty, while a bitch with corn on the cob and a hamburger on her plate looks like a hood rat, nigga. You cannot make this shit up. But the killer was the bitch said, and I agree. How you gonna agree and you eating on paper plates too? Look. I don't have to make this stuff up. I really don't. I don't. All right, but I'm gonna let it continue. It's only like 5 more seconds.
This is serious, yeah, because there's a lot of people that just let people give them what they want them to have, and they accept it. And Storm is teaching me right now. Yeah. Whole Storm is teaching me don't accept what they put on your. You could.
Did you just hear this bitch trying to philosophize? She just hit you with a hood rat philosophy. This is what these goofy bitches is trying to do to all the relationships now. Like, you ain't got to take what they give you. I gotta use a voice.
You ain't gotta take what they give you. You take what you want, girl. You take what you want. You're a queen.
Look, bros, I'm all for less is more. But if I pay $15,000 to be anywhere, I want every motherfucking thing that come on that plate, nigga. I want the breadsticks. I don't even like fucking what they call it, spinach salad, broccoli salad, whatever the fuck that shit is. I don't like it, but give it to me. Give it to me. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Nigga, I want the potato salad with the raisins. Nigga, put the raisins in there. I paid for them. $15,000. I paid for them raisins. Put the raisins in the potato salad. Goddamn it, man. Don't even put the lid on the cup, bro, because this is a fountain drink, right? I'm going back and getting 85 refills, nigga. I'm going to be a pissy-ass person. I'm going to be a PPP person, because I'm going to get all the 15,000? And bitch, now you telling me I can't even eat? That's your motherfucking mind. All right, so here's the thing. By the way, Stormy Daniels charges anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 for an appearance. $50,000 to $100,000 for an appearance. $15,000 per girl, and it was like 4 girls there. She checked $100 to pay for a vacation. She is a quote unquote life coach / inspirational speaker / author / shit. I'm all them shits. Where my money at now that I think about it? Nigga, I got books. I be inspiring people. I got niggas calling them toddlers everywhere I go. Motherfuckers don't trust. They ain't going to cities with dyke mayors. I'm better than Stormy. Fuck Stormy. Look. They split the game in half. From self-help. Right, help yourself. I'm going to show you how to help yourself. To, I'm going to do all the work, but you're going to pay me to do all the work. And then the money I give you is going to be the money you gave me back. Minus. To, give me a, now that's one half now, right? The, I'm going to help you part. To, I'm going to inspire you to get it. So you ain't going to get shit. Something just came to my mind. It's gonna get my channel flagged. I might take this out. Might delete this later. The beginning of the Tupac song Blasphemy. He described 30 years ago where we are right now. I'm about to play it. I'm going to get flagged for it. I know. They demonetized the channel anyway. Matter of fact, since they demonetized the channel, send your boy a cash app, please. Shout out to Mineral Mitch for the $4 cash app. He say for a new mic holder. Salute to you, sir.
Mamata.
Cause now I'm in this motherfucker feeling like Elvis. Bop, bop, blue, bop, bop, bamboo. Oh, that one ain't Elvis, but Tutti Frutti this shit. Anyway, Tupac talked about the Vince. I keep calling that nigga Vince. The goddamn Grants and Stormies of the world, Crevlos. Yeah, send a shekel for the love of the patriarchy, man. So I ain't gotta get him in home on my. Hey, I do kind of feel like an R&B singer though, like. Baby, I'm sorry for all the wrong I've done, and let's start again to make it rest so. Alright, yo, I used to, nigga, Jodeci brought back memories. That's when I used to like bitches, but before I knew they was useless and shit. Then again, shit, I was just trying to get their clothes off then too, so I was doing the Lord's work. But anyway, this is what we're going through right now.
God has a plan, and the Bible unfolds that wonderful plan through the message of prophecy. God sent Jesus into this world to be our Savior, and that Christ is returning someday soon to unfold the wonderful plan of eternity from my life and your life. As long as we cooperate with God by accepting Jesus Christ as our personal Lord and Savior. As the Lord does return in 27 days, we'll see what God's Bible prophecy.
I'm about to inspire the shit out you. Then I'm going to sing you into the world with no direction. Inspire the shit with no direction. And unless God does come back within the next 7 days, we'll see you next week on This Week in Bible Prophecy. Yo, Tupac got that one right like a motherfucker. Inspired to do what? Inspired to do what? Your football coach trains you. Technique, plays, schemes. You watch film so you can see other people's schemes, how to defend their schemes. Then before the game, your coach inspires you to run through a wall. You need that inspiration because you're fully trained on what you're about to do. What are they inspiring people to do exactly? Inspiration without direction is what? Religion. Now I think about it, religion. Tupac just told us. Shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app, man. Gratitude, sir.
Mamata.
The other side of that, since you can't self-help, now it's about self, right? Everything about self. But then you need help. But everything about getting this guap. But without doing the work. You ain't got to know how to read or nothing. You ain't read or nothing. So now you coming to shit like this. I've been noticing this popping for like the last few years. Show you something real quick. Got to make it bigger.
What up, traders? It's me, TJ Miller. Yeah. I'm going to tell you all about 3commas.io. It's trade automation for cryptocurrency traders. The crypto market.
Pause. Pause that right there. At one point in time, they said get rich off crypto. I remember when Bitcoin came out, I should have got some. They wanted $200 for 100 Bitcoins. It was 2 cents a piece. Or $200 for 1,000 Bitcoins. They were 2 cents a piece. That was in 07. By 2010, my homegirl hit me up. The same homegirl that hooked me up with Trader Joe's. White girl. She hit me up. She was like, you should get on Bitcoin. It's 10 cents. It's 2010. I was like, man, this shit was just 2 cents. Man, that sounded like a hustle. So what Bitcoin went, right? Now, here's the thing. I should have spent that 200. But besides missing on that opportunity, a good opportunity comes every year too. other opportunities will come. Just got to catch the train. But here's the thing. This isn't just about you should invest in crypto. Because you already got a crypto wallet. If you got Cash App, you got a crypto wallet. This is about, first of all, this is about why does this man look like the Riddler? That's the first thing. Why do you look like the Riddler, sir? That's the first thing. But, you know, besides that.
TJ Miller, yeah. I'm going to tell you all about 3commas.io. It's trade automation for cryptocurrency traders.
Pause. Trade automation for cryptocurrency traders. So now, get money off crypto with no work. Give me monies for this software. No work. And we'll trade your crypto for you. That's where we're at now. We're not on self-help anymore. We're on, you want help, I do it for you. Pay me to do it for you. For you to get rich. Not for me. This ain't about me, this about you. Right? They humanitarians, nigga. They humanitarians. This ain't about me, this about you. I want you to be rich, man. I made an ad, so I don't care how many views it is, but I want you to get rich. You ain't gotta do nothing, though. We gonna do all the work. Okay, wait. So a few years ago, they hit me with this one. Now, whether or not these work or not, that's not my point. I don't know if they work or not, to be honest with you. Not the crypto trader. I don't see how it could, but God bless. But whether or not it works isn't the point. The point is,
hello? Today, we'd like to discuss the best Forex trading bot free for 2023. What is a Forex trading
wait, I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him say it.
bot? A Forex trading bot is a type of algorithmic trading, where a bot will use Forex market signals to determine if a currency pair or commodity should be purchased or sold at a specific point in time.
So now they want to do your Forex trading for you too. All animated, right? All automated. I say animated. That's cartoons. My bad. All automated. So I need you to understand what you're looking at. Everybody want to get rich with no work. Girls just sell pussy. They don't care. They just one leg up. With James Harden, right? Everybody wants to be rich with no effort. They have entire paths now to convince you how to be rich. You know what's about to come next, right? OnlyFans algorithm. All those OnlyFans. Get your pussy popping on the front page for only $99.95 per week. You can sell all the coochie pics you also posted on Instagram and only pay us $99.95 a week to be on the home page so you can make $1 million. Then they show you the 10 success stories. You know what I'm saying? The 10 girls that's hot this week that made, what's her name, Kylie Jenner level bread. Most people who invest in crypto lost money. It's true. Most invested lost money. I'm not saying it's not worth the investment. I'm kind of leaning more toward what Face Facts is talking about. If you don't own the keys, you don't own the crypto. I'm kind of leaning toward that. I'm actually kind of past that. I'm to the point now, like, yo, we'll have our own tribal wallet. Shit, bitches already getting paid off OnlyFans crypto. But you can't have OnlyFans crypto because girls don't care about money, Mitch. Girls only care about attention and arguments. They like both. They like arguments and attention. Now, that's what I should do. We should come with a website, not called Facebook, where girls can pay just to argue with men. Have real arguments, like niggas that really give a fuck about what they got to say with clothes on. I will not be part of it. I'm the type of person that'll set it up, though, and just walk away and shit. But let y'all rock out, knock out, and just argue with bitches all day for just, I don't know, nigga. For girls, it'd be $4.99 a month. For guys, it'd be like 25 cents a month, cause y'all going through enough already, cause y'all talking to girls with clothes on. Yeah, it'd be like reverse club shit, nigga. Like reverse club. Bitches free before midnight. Niggas gotta pay $10. It'd be reverse. Now I charge bitches $10. Men free. The argugram, I like that. I like that. I like that. Then we make a little app for it. We call it Argu-rhythms. Instead of algorithms, they be Argu-rhythms and shit. Alright, so here's my point. Most of the things that they offer and entice people with are coming from the same place. I'm not saying whether or not they work. That's not my argument. It's not my argument. I know a dude right now, he doesn't use an algorithm. But I know a guy now that makes $150, $200 a day trading Forex. He got like a whole job, and beginning of the day, he'll just do a Forex, for 30 minutes or so, make $100, and boom. I say, man, what's your budget? He say, man, my budget $1,000. He said, I put 100 out there. If I get that 100, put that in my pocket. He said, I got the same $1,000 I rotate. If I lose, I got to make it back. I say, man, that's a responsible flip, right? He ain't betting it all. He ain't betting the whole house and the building and refinancing cars just to. He like, yo, I had $1,000. Matter of fact, he said he started off with like 100. He worked his way to 1,000. He just rotate that 1,000, make $100 a day. And I'm like, yo, that nigga guap. Like somebody hit me about him the other day, like a couple of months ago. Was like, yo, I think that nigga a millionaire. I'm like, you think so? He was like, yo, that nigga got long bread. I was like, you know what? He might be a millionaire. Like I know he's 6 figures strong. He might be a millionaire. It's like I grew up with a lot of millionaires. Like I know a lot of millionaires. I should have been a millionaire fucking around with these toddlers and boom. Chicago is not the place to be smart. Chicago is a place you hustle, make money, put everything in your girlfriend's name, then she gets you killed, and now she balling saying she did it all by herself. That's what Chicago get. We'll get rich. I got a couple of dollars, but I have money. They don't work with men in Chicago. It's the weirdest shit. The bureaucracy, though, it's the weirdest shit. But not unless you decide you're going to give everything away to a bitch. You got to be saving kids, which is really saving the bitch because you're taking care of her kids for her. Or you got to have some type of innovation that caters to the bitch. Like, because there's too many fucking black women with a voice in Chicago, man. They got you convinced, oh my God, everything you do, women are the biggest consumers. I'm like, no, they not. How they going to be the biggest consumers, but they make the least amount of money? How they the biggest consumers when they pay the least amount of taxes, which goes off your income? So that's an indicator of who got bread. How they the biggest consumers when they always need some social service? They the biggest spenders. Biggest spenders. By a ratio of they got $1, they spent 80 cents. But when it comes to consistent customers, man, it's men. Men buy the same shit over and over. Girls will buy a lot of different shit. They have no brand loyalty, the same way they have no man loyalty. They be loyal to purses, though. They be loyal to purses. Even though I ain't seen a girl with a Dooney and Burke purse in a minute, but they kind of sort of be loyal to purses. They don't be loyal to shoes. One year is Gucci, and the next year is red bottoms. Next year is something else. They don't be loyal to men. They don't be loyal to restaurants. They don't be loyal to shit. They just spend shit frivolously. It's not a good consumer base. But you can't make a plan that's a consistent plan in a city where you let women talk because variety is the spice of life. You know what I'm saying? These chaotic creatures. But goddamn right, Small. They spend all your money. That's why they need you to make 3 times what they make. It ain't about security at that point. It's about, can they spend all your money and cheat on you with 2 other niggas and spend one of their other money. Notice I just said cheat on you with 2 other niggas and spend one of my other niggas' money, because a third nigga gonna be broke as shit with the dick game gonna be crazy dick game, no bread, long dick into the wrong way, nigga. She taking beautiful shits because he hitting in the asshole and everything. Duke shooting and everything. While you kissing this bitch in the mouth trying to make her life comfortable. And in order to do that, Because once again, I'm a binary lesbian. Y'all gotta remember that. Shout out to me, man, for being part of the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn it. I tell bitches all the time, look, I'm a dyke with an organic dildo, shorty. I keep my strap on me at all times, shorty. Sometimes you gotta suck it to get it hard, but y'all sucking fake dicks anyway and moaning, so I mean shit, it ain't no that. Anyway, so me being a binary lesbian, I get all these ads. So these get rich quick ads are for gay men. I'm not saying that everybody don't see them. I'm just saying that's my algorithm. Because that's what I am on Facebook, so I don't get deleted. So these are get rich quick Stormy pop up with the cosign. Because Stormy ain't really plugged like that. Stormy need a cosign. Don't nobody know Stormy except black girls. So she got to stand next to a Grant Cardone and a Les Brown and others. You know what I'm saying? In order to be relevant, right? Which is the nature of life, right? Which, I mean, I go through that on YouTube, and I appreciate y'all. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, I've been me a long time. Palmer brought me on YouTube. It's like, Palmer's like, yo, slide. Put me on the show a couple times. Niggas like my story slid over. Next thing you know, shit. Motherfucker like, man, I saw you on this show. I saw you on that show. Goddamn, man. This dude just took a clip, and I appreciate all that. I appreciate the cosign because I had to be cosigned by bigger people. I certainly did nothing with the cosigns. I did a little something with Angry Man's, but I ain't do nothing with the cosign I just got from about to call that nigga George. What the fuck is wrong with me today? George Daniels is just on my head, like everything in my head. Oh man, goddamn it, the Millionaire Club. Goddamn it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Used to be on the Peep. Used to love girls until you got on the Peep and listen to them goofy ass Chicago bitches. Now, goddamn it, he just in Detroit, just happy to have a wife and shit. Anyway. Hey, Smog said some real shit. He say, man, you know your place is gone when you gotta pretend to be degenerate not to get deleted. When you in a culture, that's what we gotta try up. When you in a culture where everybody else, men and every woman is judged by their top 10%, but your men are judged by the bottom 20%, and you got 80% of men who doing just fine, thinking they're the exception because they keep getting measured by the bottom 20%. Like, nigga, you ain't the exception. You the motherfucking average, nigga. Ain't nothing special about y'all niggas. I expect niggas to be awesome. Men are awesome. I don't expect being awesome ain't even. It's not special. All men are awesome, but most awesome as shit. Men do spectacular shit all the day that y'all don't get credit for because people use your kindness for weakness. They see your caring as an opportunity to get over. They see your benevolence as entitlement. They expect you to protect. Not only it used to be protect your wife and your mother. Now it's protect all women. It used to be provide for you and your family. Now it's you got to be a mentor, a coach, a stepdaddy, all type of shit for all bitches and their kids. It used to be, man, you go to work every day and you'll be respected as a working man. Even niggas who stick up kids ain't fuck with working men. They see you come home with your UPS or your soldier uniform or whatever, man, they'll show you respect. Like, yo, he ain't part of the game. He a working man. They'll treat you like on The Wire. What's my man name on The Wire? The gay killer. Like, man, they civilians, man. I don't mess with them. I only mess with people in the game. That's how the game is played. They don't even mess with you. It used to be that. Now it's like, oh, you a square because you ain't hustling. Anyway, look, y'all want a real hustle? I'm gonna tell y'all a real hustle. Y'all got to try to do it, but that's okay. If y'all don't try with me, y'all got to try with somebody. But I don't think nobody else really got the heart to do it. But this the hustle. The hustle is to incorporate from the beginning. That's the hustle. That way, everything you do is circle back to you. What they doing is they selling the dream, and I respect the dream. I respect the dream. But if you dream in your sleep, because nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So if you dream in your sleep, I respect the dream. But they not selling the grind. Hustlers be like, the grind sold separately. That shit is true. They never sell the grind. They sell you software to say the software will grind for you. Word. Isn't that what algorithms are? Isn't that software that grind for you? You're supposed to be able to put your hashtags in and everybody see you. Ain't that how that shit work? You know what I'm saying? You drop your little hashtag and, oh, I'm gonna be big, 100,000 people and 14 people see your post. Ain't that what the algorithm's supposed to do? Ain't that what the software's supposed to do? Grind for you? Give you the ability to do the job one time and it replicates it for you. Some of the hottest niggas I know on Facebook don't get no likes. They not the most popular, but they the hottest. They got the hottest posts. Don't get no likes. I slide through this shit sometimes just to get content for the show. Like, yo, that shit fire. No likes. Twitter too. They be on Facebook and Twitter. Like different people. But some on Facebook, some on Twitter. No likes. 9 likes. Nigga, this shit fire, nigga. They be like, yo, I know what a leprechaun's secret pot of gold is. Man, here's the map. And they'll post the map. Nigga, be animated. It's a arrow like right here. 9 looks. 9 likes. 9 hearts or whatever. Depending on where you at. Goofy motherfuckers get all type of wild shit, nigga. Just at the gayest or dumbest you could be, get wild. Like, it ain't even in the nudist no more. It used to be girls can get naked. Now girls is getting naked and ain't get no OnlyFans. I know 2 girls on OnlyFans, bro. Making $6 a month. $6. They doing all that fucking and sucking and popping and stripping and finger fucking themselves and busting it wide open, putting the camera in for the PVP or what they call it, you know what I'm talking about. $6. It's not about the software doing the work for you. It's about the marketing. Marketing helps. It's not about the software doing the work for you, though. You still got to go out here and do the work. You still got to go out here and network. You still got to go out here and put it down. You know what I'm saying? I could show you, honestly, I could probably show you 50,000 people who would be a success story unheard of. You'd be like, oh my God, anybody could do it. 50,000 people. Sound like a lot of people, right? They just let in 500,000 immigrants, my nigga. 500,000 that they trying to give temporary citizenship to. Ain't no telling how many came in. There's 10,000 under a bridge right now in Texas at the border under immigration shit. 50,000 success stories in a nation of 300 million legal citizens and another fucking million illegals is a drop in the bucket. 50,000 people. Nah, it's a little more than that. A little more than that. 50,000, a little more than that. I'm about to say 50,000 people attend a Michigan versus Michigan State game, but nah, it'd be like 15, 20,000. I don't think they got 50,000 seats. They got 20. It's a lot of people in one space, but shit, 99% of the nation ain't at that game or watching that game. But people in Michigan watching Michigan State, 50,000 people. What's that? One. Facts. Jack going crazy. But bro, this is what I'm saying. The key to happiness is not more money. I'm not saying don't get more money. What I'm saying, that's not. They're selling you money as happiness, lifestyle as happiness. The key to happiness is your core values and living at your means or below your means, at or below. Earn more, live below. Be able to do all the shit you want to do, go all the places you want to go. You know what I'm saying? You got you 3 wives. For those that took course 3, well, I ain't dropped course 3. When I'm going to drop course 3 and y'all finish course 2, you have 3 wives. Perfect life. Those be like, yo, you can't handle 3 wives. That's because y'all ain't take course 3. I guarantee you it's easier to be with 3 girls than it is to be with 1 girl. I guarantee you that shit. Guarantee you. Ask any dude that's in polygamy. Any player. Not the Juice and Berry niggas. Don't ask the Hebrew Israelite niggas. They don't know shit. But like real players. Ex-pimps. Shit like that. It's easier to have 3 girls than 1 girl. I'm trying to tell you. You ain't never seen a pimp with 1 hoe, nigga. You see a pimp with a bottom bitch, his life smooth as shit. Lose the bitch. Promote another. Go get a 3rd. Life is easier when you're as a child. You're somebody's child. Life is easier with siblings. Somebody to help you cut the grass and wash the dishes. Life is just easier. An older brother or sister to help you with your homework when your parents not there. Make life easier. Get your toddlers some toddlers. Anyway, man, like I said, man, donate to the new Get a Mic Fund. I ain't even know I need a mic stand until just now. I didn't need a mic stand until just now. Man, cash up to the new I need a mic stand fund. You know what, man? I want to open up the chat. I'm going to open up the chat, man. I ain't doing shit. I'm going to open up the chat. I'm going to take this quick break so I can open up the chat.
Mary, your secretary, LLC. How can I help you? My girlfriend wants to get married. Do you mean tenured? Yeah, tenured. My girlfriend wants to get tenured. What do I do? Okay, let's check your secretary account. Looks like you guys have been together for 2 years. She has over 9,000 marriage credits. At this pace, she's only 2 months away from a proposal, so she just might be right. But I'm not ready! Okay, let me see what I can do. Maybe we can find some deductions to buy you some time. Have you had any bad arguments, domestic violence, or infidelity? Nah. Has she slept with your best friend, or have an OnlyFans account? Does she have a secret bank account? Nah, none of that, but she did complain on Instagram too much, and she never knows what she wants to eat. That's just regular toddlering, sir. I may be able to deduct 20 points based on the peace of mind protocols, but that would only buy you a week. You might have found you a good secretary, sir. Okay. But I'm scared. No worries. We'll be with you every step of the way with premarital counseling, marriage ceremonies, biannual marriage reviews, and estate planning. And you can always review your marry your secretary. You're right. So I guess we get married. Oh snap, we getting married. We getting married. We getting married. We getting married.
Man, what's poppin', Face Facts? How you feeling, baby?
What's going on, baby?
Man, slow mo, man. Broke star in the gang bang. Maintaining.
There's an overall thing I can identify with. Nah, but you're 100% right. These women don't even want stuff. They just want you to buy stuff for them so that you can't have anything for yourself.
Okay, so let me I was gonna say this, and I'm still gonna save it, but there's a couple of toddlers that be in my inbox, and they always ask me, when am I gonna mobilize the guys to tribe? Cause they tired of these bitches, man. It was crazy. That's exactly how they inbox me. They was like, yo, bro, I'm tired of these bitches. When y'all gonna tribe, man? We need a logo to be under, cause these bitches dumb. And one of the things that I always try to tell guys is, and I always tell y'all this, girls follow the guys. Y'all wear matching t-shirts, they'll follow the guys. Everybody move in accordance. Girls will follow whatever rules you got for them. It says what it is. Girls are followers by nature. When they try to lead, you see what happens, right?
Right. Then you gotta remember is though, their cooperation is always temporary.
No, man.
At some point, they will try to circumvent. Especially in a country like America, where they know they could always go to the government, the state, because the default laws in this country, even when you tribe are still set for them to use things against you.
Nah. Laws are based on providence. You can make your own laws. They can leave and go back to regular America. I mean, but that's not even it. Here's the thing. I talk about that chair all the time, man. Love the chair. Don't love the person sitting in it. Don't worry if she leave, as long as she leave the chair behind. Feel what I'm saying? There's always going to be an ass in that chair. And eventually you're going to find somebody who realizes, yo, this chair is the best thing popping right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like any employee.
Right, no, I get it. The problem is, they'll know that the chair is the best seat, and they'll use the things that are available to them to try to sabotage the said chair. Just like even from the way the police force is set up, they can make a false claim, get you moved out of your house, get a temporary restraining order, take the kids away, and then even once they find out that it was a false report, there's really nothing that they can do about it. They won't criminalize it, they'll say it was just a mistake, but now you're still dealing with the legal ramifications.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I disagree, but I understand what you're saying. I'll tell you why I disagree. Because I know that what you said to be true. I've been through that. My friends have been through that. Their fathers have been through that. I'm like, how the fuck your dad get kicked out of it? Nigga, he owned that house. This bitch been here 4 months. Got that nigga. Could you take a walk, sir? Let me tell you something, bro. And I say this all the time. At some point, you got to conspire. If you know all those things will hold you back, you create the rules and structure to circumvent that shit. Don't play that game. That ain't the game for us. This American game, this feminist game ain't the game for us. We ain't got to accept no gays, no girls with black mothers, no family, no shit. That's the whole point of becoming your own agency. That's why you gain agency. They don't do that shit in Chinatown, in no Chinatown. They don't do that shit in no Jewish community. They don't do that shit in no Amish community, no Mormon. Well, Mormons kind of, but not really. I mean, Mormons can lose it all, but that's because they Americanized their Mormonism. They just sober, but they fucked up. They had it too. America allows you to do whatever you want to do as long as you tell them what you're going to do before you do it. That's it.
Right. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but what I'm saying is the amount of money that it costs for most men is not, it's not feasible.
Yes, it is. Here's the thing, bro. Niggas with money ain't smart, and niggas that smart get comfortable, right? So you smart enough to be proactive at your job, but you kind of feel lost because you feel black. Once you stop being black, dog, you'll be able to see all this shit. Like this shit clear as rain to me, bro. Like I don't see everything you saying. I'm like, yeah, nigga, we don't figure that out. We done figure the housing shit out. We figured out who can vote, who can't vote. We figured out, goddamn, who get custody. Man, really, you could roll the clock back to America, American in 1900, during the Industrial Revolution and Reconstruction and the most popping time, and just do it right. That's the best time in American history, to be honest. And just do it right. So everything, all laws are local. There's federal laws, and only the feds I fear. But the way we setting up, bro, we ain't got to worry about local or state laws. Because we will be the local law. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because my thing is, how do you circumvent? Because here's how child support really works. If they continue to, especially black men have, you're technically not paying the mother, you're paying the state.
Okay, and why are you paying the
state? What happens is...
No, you're right. Why are you paying the state?
Because the mother contracts with the state and basically hands over custody of the child to the mother. And it...
Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there. So when she hands over custody to the state, when she certifies the baby with the state, the same way you certify your car so you don't own your car. Like it's your car, but if you don't get a city sticker, they'll impound your shit. So it's really not your car. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So when she certifies her child with the state, what office does it go to? Do you know?
I believe the should be Department of Agriculture.
Before it even goes to any department, you speedball that, because it can go to any department. It can go to fucking DCFS. It can go any department. Where do they register it at? The hospital the hospital will give you a certification letter, but they don't certify the baby there. Where do they certify the baby?
They certify the baby at now with the shit called.
I'm gonna help you out. If you gotta go get your birth certificate or your social security card, besides the social security office, where do you have to go to get your birth certificate?
I think it's vital statistics or something.
Vital statistics, which is an office. You there? Which is an office in what building? I'm gonna help you out.
Well, that's a DMV, isn't it?
Nah. That's the clerk office. It don't matter what location it's in. It's the clerk office, right? So she has to register. She has to register and notarize with the clerk, and then the clerk gives them a letter. Now they can take their copy or they can take the letter, right? And then, but normally then the clerk sends it to the correct department, right? So for instance, they may send it to one, if it's your baby, right? She's leaving the hospital with it. They'll send it to one department, right? If she got cocaine in the system and she drop hot while she having the baby, they send it to another department, because that department will be the warden of the child, right? So one is the state gives her permission to be the ward of the child. Another is the state takes wardenship of the child, like DCFS or some shit like that, right? When you go to try to get custody of your child, you're fighting technically to be the ward of your child. Make sense?
Yeah.
Niggas don't really see it like that. They be like, I'm a parent. Nah, nigga, you're the ward of the child because the child still belongs to the state. Right? You're trying to transfer the deed from her to you. Right?
Right.
Go all the way back to the breach, right? When she's having the breach, and she got a midwives or nurses or whatever, and you looking like, oh, she done fucked up the pussy. Let's go to that moment right there, right? That's the moment to be proactive. That's the moment tribe take ownership. At that moment. Not at the moment of signing the certificate, what you gonna name it. At the moment of the breach, really before then. Yo, that be me. And you put a couple of dollars in it, $150, $20, to make that happen before it even come out. So now the clerk is the tribe because we only under federal jurisdiction. We ain't under county or state jurisdiction. We're not under city or state jurisdiction. You still kind of under the county jurisdiction, but county ain't tripping on shit because you're your own entity inside the county. You know, it could be several cities in a county. You know what I mean? And every city gets to do what they want to do. Like Cook County, Chicago is Chicago, but Cook County is bigger than Chicago. And every city, Evanston, Skokie, Wilmette, all these cities still have their own, you know, departments within the county, but they get to do what they want to do because that's their providence. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just take it right there. Like, you know, this tribe, baby. Tribe gonna be the clerk. Tribe gonna, nah, we ain't giving it to the bitch. Yo, fam, come, yo. And tell the bitch, look, bitch, you gonna stay here, man. Goddamn it. You can stay here as long as you want to. It's his shawty though. You know what I'm saying? You can leave whenever you want to too, but you gotta leave the baby behind. That's the rules. You know what I'm saying? We'll compensate you. You can call it prorated surrogacy. Prorated surrogacy. Like, look, shorty, the longer you stay, the more you'll pay for you to leave. As you supposed to with all your toddlers. You don't pay for them to stay, you pay for them to leave. You know what I'm saying? So shorty, you want to leave, you can leave, but leave shit behind. Right? Proactively, it's just a paperwork game. Proactively, you solve that problem.
No, listen, I get it. The principle is correct. The issue is the practice. Because a lot of states are so corrupt, they have like predetermined statutes. So you also have to fight that statute.
Ain't got to worry about that, bro. Ain't got to worry about that. I figured that out too. Check this out. You're right. There's states like Illinois, New York, Michigan that have that. We ain't traveling in none of them places. We travel where they give you favorable opportunities to do what the fuck you want to do as an American. Constitutional right states. I get what you're saying. I understand your trepidation. Because what I'm saying, niggas don't talk about. But people do it. They just don't talk about it. And I ain't really gonna talk about it. But I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you, get out the mind of what they doing because of the incentives that they have. Every state gets you know that states get incentivized to do this shit. Fuck them incentives, nigga. Real talk, just fuck them incentives. Miss out on that bread. Miss out on that kidnap bread. It's alright. Take care of your own fucking kid. Don't worry about the kidnap bread. You feel me?
Oh, listen, trust me, I'm down for it. But, you know, we gotta have the conversation.
Yeah, it's a trouble.
Like you said, most people won't have to come.
Most people ain't coming, bro. But it ain't about helping everybody. It's about helping the right bodies. You know what I'm saying? When you standing in your manhood, most times niggas only go to family reunions because you don't fit in. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you can abandon the people that's assigned to love you, then you can abandon all this other bullshit too. I ain't got to go through this shit. This is why they keep letting women teach the world, because girls are dumb and they raise kids to be dumb. These bitches with college degrees dumb as shit. By the way, they dumb as rocks. You ever heard a girl with a college degree try to read? These bitches can't read. They sure the fuck can't count. Even if they can read, they sure as fuck can't count. So they keep making America dumber to the point we 70% illiterate, functional illiterates. Motherfuckers is grown as shit, functional illiterates. And the reason they keep, cause just instinctively for a man, it's in a man's nature to want to be helpful and want motherfuckers to understand and, you know, take time out to make sure you comprehend what's going on. It's just a man's nature, or whatever level of expertise he got, whether it's sports or academics or, you know, mechanics, whatever. Man, patient as shit. If that's something you love to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they don't want men teaching kids because the kids might know shit. That's why they send women. By the time you see your first male teacher, you in 5th grade. You already got your whole pattern down. You already figured out if you going to prison when you was 8 years old in 3rd grade. When you took your first standard ass test, they figured out whether you was dumb or not. That's why they started No Child Left Behind, because they quit leaving you behind and just pass you along so you can stay dumb and stay lost. You know what I'm saying? Because you figured, man, if I didn't understand A, B, C, D, I'm sure the fuck not going to understand automatopoeia. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So they dumb you down so motherfuckers don't get away from the rights that Americans have to pursue their happiness the way they see fit. So, I understand what you're saying. I don't even concern myself with the toddler part. Like nothing that go in or come out of her. I don't concern myself with her leaving because I understand that the way we recruiting our toddlers, that we recruiting shorties, really they ain't got no family. So I ain't worried about a motherfucker leaving because they gonna stay for the fact that they feel like they finally got a family. And if they do leave, God bless them. Somebody else gonna take their slot. You ain't never ran out of motherfuckers that's looking for an opportunity. Ever. It's men's emotional attachment to women that play on men's benevolence. Once you don't care if she come or go, once you just know you need a woman, but don't have to be that woman, and she know that, she gonna fight to be in that chair. She not gonna fight to destroy the chair. And there's gonna be a bunch of other girls fighting for the respect of that chair because they want to sit in that chair. But that only happens when men control the chair. Perfect example is I think Joe Biden, the administration, is doing the dumbest shit ever. And what's so crazy, I just heard Donald Trump do a speech the other day and he said the same shit basically. I think I was talking to little Elijah and I told Elijah, I said, man, suing a former president is not going to be right because they're making it seem like anybody can sit in that chair. Like anybody could be in the Oval Office sitting in that chair. You're supposed to protect the integrity of that chair at all times. Nothing is supposed to be more important than the position of president sitting in that chair. That chair is life.
Right, but you gotta remember what they did. They diminished the chair by putting Obama in there. That was done purposely. Because they wanted to set the scene for a woman president.
I agree with that. 100% agree with that.
Because Hillary was supposed to win that.
She was supposed to win.
She was supposed to win that.
I agree. They tried to set up in the same way civil rights was set up. Black men got it, white women took it. They tried to set up the exact same way. We're going to put a black man in so a white woman can take it. The only problem that they had was Hillary was the best white woman they could find. And she set us up for it. She became a senator of New York, all type of stuff. The problem is that nobody liked Hillary because they knew what she was.
Right.
They knew what she did to Haiti. They knew about the people somehow missing or they commit suicide with 3 shots to the back. You'd be like, yo, that was crazy. How you commit suicide like that? Like,
right.
And people who care about more than just relationships was like, yo, we ain't fucking with Hillary. Black women voted for Hillary at 98%. More black women voted for Hillary Clinton in that primary than they did Obama. They don't give a fuck about black men.
Right.
They voted for Hillary again when Trump won. White women pulled out Trump. White women was like anybody but Hillary.
Right.
God bless white women.
The craziest thing about that whole Hillary thing, this shows you the stupidity of black women. White women tell black women to leave their men for cheating, but she stayed by him after lying about getting his dick sucked on TV.
Not only that, but during the election when Trump came up, Trump put all the Clinton's mistresses in the front row.
Right.
That shit was so gangster too, by the way. You know, found every girl that ever said she got some Bill Clinton dick. And then you got to think that Bill Clinton had when he retired, he started a law office in Harlem, so he was fucking all them black bitches. Nigga, that shit like if 40-year-olds had a middle-aged American Beauty pageant, that's how that shit looked. I was like, damn, Trump a beast.
Yeah, because here's the thing they don't tell you about the feminist movement when it started. It really started because white women hated black women for what they had. Because at the time, black women were the most men. Now they're the least. Because white women marry for money. They don't marry for love.
Black women marry... Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I know Hillary couldn't fill an arena with Jay-Z and Beyonce performing. And I was like, yo, did Babe fall off? That was in Cleveland, in Cincinnati. No, in Cleveland. In Cleveland. Yeah, they couldn't pack a free Jay-Z and Beyonce concert. And Beyonce still killing them when bitches got to pay $12,000 for a concert ticket. That's crazy. That was crazy. But, all right. Back to what you said, bro. It's not that black women don't marry for money. Black women, hypergamy isn't real. At least not for black women. Y'all understand that, right?
Right.
So they don't marry up. What they do is they marry for support, but not for money. For support. Support could be money. She could be broke and she need a nigga that drive trucks to take care of her and her kids. But a lot of times it could just be she need a nigga to babysit her kids while she go to work. They don't marry for money because they don't marry men who seek power. Because men who seek power ain't trying to hear this bullshit she talking and not gonna let her wear pants. So they marry for support, which is
and control.
Nah.
They don't want support. They can't control.
Look, man, I can't concern myself with what the black women do. You know, the women, gays, and felons, they gonna do what they do. I look at other. I can't concern myself with what liberal women do. I'm sure that there are black women who aren't liberal. I got a sister like that. She live out in Tennessee though. You know, she country as shit, cool as fuck. Taught me how to be a chicken farmer. Then told me not to be a chicken farmer after she told me how to be a chicken farmer. But that's I don't care what she talking about. I love chicken.
Right. So here's the real question I got. Right. What's your immigration policy? Right. Because what we see now is in New York and California, you got all these people vacating these cities, going to places like Texas. So once you tribe and once you establish and you're self-sustaining, there's going to be an influx. So what's the immigration policy for keeping these people out? What you're saying, you gonna move to a constitutional friendly state.
The other way, kind of the other way around. So we're just gonna set up by voucher program. So the type of people that we want to be there gets a voucher, and the type of people that we don't want to be there, they don't get the opportunity to get funding, so they got to cash out. You can't technically you can't discriminate in America.
Right.
Who can and who can't be. You can just incentivize. That's why you can't train your toddlers, because you can only give incentives, but you can't discipline. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But so it'll be something to effect of charge a nigga $1 million a house cash. But if they meet the criteria on the application, then they may be able to finance it for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? At a 75% voucher discount. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Say, you know, go back to the quarter. It costs anyway $1.80, however much it would cost anyway. But you just, you know, you overcharge niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush. And, you know, if a nigga got $1 million cash and they like, yo, fuck it, we want to be in the middle of nowhere, I mean, shit, come on in. But generally speaking, most people won't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you get the type of people that you want to be there. So if I say, man, you have to be a foundational. I hate FBA but I like it way better than fucking descendant of slave. So if you have to be a foundational Black American, whatever the fuck that is, and you can prove that you've been here since, you know, the Civil War, and you know what I'm saying, you can prove that by, you know, genealogy, and you know, if you know your daddy, take a blood test, because you know, Black girl magic. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, Black girl magic make your daddy disappear.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, like if you can fit all these check boxes, you know, you get discounts for that. You know what I'm saying? To get it back down to like a liberal thing. And then you tell people, like, you know, you have to be a resident to vote. So you give a voter registration based on residency. But you already know who the residents are, because, you know, you only bring in certain type of people. You know, like I wouldn't give a voucher to a woman. I wouldn't let a woman buy property ever. Not with a voucher, not like with a mortgage. She got $1 million, she can cash it out. I don't know how much pussy that is to sell, but I wouldn't let them buy.
Right, we know women don't honor contract.
That I didn't even think about that part. I just don't think that women should own anything.
Well, they can't own stuff because women always want someone else to pay for it.
Women only want to be on deeds so they could talk shit and throw you out. That's the only reason. They don't want to pay for it. They don't want to maintain it. They don't want to cut the grass.
Yeah, ownership is responsibility. So how can you be an owner if you don't want the responsibility?
So I wouldn't concern myself on that. Plus, there's something I learned from my mom maybe 20 years ago. She didn't teach me this directly. She taught me this by observation. My mother is a tyrant in her home. A goddamn tyrant. But she is probably the best house guest you will ever have. When I got old enough, got my own shit, and came out my bedroom one day because I heard noises, thinking I was about to have to put a hole in a burglar or something, and it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. Niggas got to go to work in the morning, and my mother done used the spare key that I left at her crib to come all the way to my crib because I got cable. And hey baby, my girl like, yes mama, let's go back to bed. I was about to jab, like, lady, what? Woke up the next morning, she trying to make breakfast. Goddamn it, man. My mother can't even cook. She trying to make breakfast at my crib. She ain't feed me when I was a kid. Now all of a sudden she making breakfast as a guest. You know what I'm saying? Asked if she can mop the floors. My mother's a phenomenal guest. Horrible host. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. But that's the good old Trojan horse. If you moved your mother into your crib, all that would stop.
Right.
She'd be the same tyrant that she was before.
50-50. If I put her name on something, she would be. As long as she's a guest, I don't know if I would never move my mother in. I would certainly send her to my sister's house. But I ain't never crossed my mind, because I would never let my mother live with me. Anyway, but it doesn't change the fact that if I come to your house and you tell me to take my shoes off at the door, I either take my shoes off at the door or I don't come in your house. Because that's your house rules. You run your house in accordance. So you have to give men that opportunity to be that. And if women don't like it, that's cool. Because it'll be, man, look, lose one, gain 7 more. For every girl that be like, that boy is tripping. He said I take my shoes off. Girls don't even like clothes. They just be like, that's all, girl. Girls fight in the street with no shoes on. They don't even give a fuck about spit, piss, chewed up bubble gum, gas stains. They fight outside. They walk outside with no shoes. There be 7 girls like, because of shoes? I'll go. I don't worry about that shit, bro. I do not worry about the availability of girls. As a matter of fact, I think you'll get more girls because there'll be even more girls coming through like, yo, I wonder if they can I can destroy their order. Can I destroy their structure? So there'll never not be an influx of girls, and we just have to make rules and laws accordingly. You know what I'm saying? According to the level of oppression that, you know, that the council feels is adequate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't worry about the girls. I worry about guys. Goddamn right, Small. Talking about the 2 a.m. all them girls walking home from bars with their shoes in their hands. You goddamn right, bro. I ain't seen it. I done seen it with my own 2 peepers. Anyway, my thing not the girls. My thing are guys. That's why you have to put laws and codes and ordinances in for men, not for women. Because once you create order and women get used to order, then you have peace. Once you have peace, niggas slip like this is how life's supposed to be, and they take their foot off a bitch's neck, which brings disorder. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, I got you.
Because girls only gonna do what men allow. They got to be able to promote the fight. They not gonna be in the fight, especially if they think they gonna get hit back. They don't want that fight. They got to promote the fight. They got to find another dude to fight a dude for them. White women had to get black men to march for them. White women in general really ain't on shit. They need men to be on shit for them, on their behalf.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, yo, niggas can't try without taking tolerology, because you got to understand that this ain't oppression, this is correction. If people don't understand that, then they going to be like, oh my God, you know, but my girl not like that. Yeah, your girl like that too. She just don't act like that here. The same way black girls don't act the same when they got white boyfriends. But she the same terrorist bitch you knew from high school. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the girl part is so, but look, the girl part is so inconsequential. The worst thing a girl can do is take your kid, and we found a remedy for that. Everything else they think they could do, that's administrative shit. Don't worry about that shit. Nothing else they could do. Call the police. Here's the thing, and this is why men have to set it up before you add women. When you have somewhere that small, and people who've ever gone through a small town, remember the show Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
You know, it was only 2 motherfucking police in that town, right? It was just Andy and Barney. There wasn't no other police. And everybody knew Andy. They come up to the police station with apple pies and shit. Everybody loved his Aunt May. Or whatever her name was. I'm going to call her Aunt May. I think that's Spider-Man, but it don't matter. And everybody kicked it. When you have a community, when you really commune in unity, your police supposed to come from your community. So, who the fuck they gonna call? On you, your neighbor?
Right, but here's the thing, right? The way the police system is set up as we know it, we didn't have that when men ran the community. What the state did was they put a police force in place so that they could give the women the control. Or pseudo control. Because sheriffs were basically peacekeepers. Because they had lawmen, but people would have duels in the street. They would settle the dispute between the 2 men, and then the sheriffs would come in just to make sure that it's settled.
Stupid ass. All right. So what the problem is? So you understand that sheriffs are the law and police are law enforcement. They just enforce the laws on the books, right?
Right.
So what the problem is? So the sheriffs run the county. The sheriff's gonna do what the sheriff's gonna do, and police is gonna do what police gonna do. Police protect the property of the providence that hired them. Police work for the city. They protect property. That's all they are, policy men. When they talked about Simon from the Bible was a policy man, policeman is a policy man. They're there to protect policy, to make reports on arsons. You know what I'm saying? They're policy men. You tribe, it's your policy. So who are they working for? They working for the policy, whatever the policy is. You just never been in a place where the policy was for you. So what I'm saying is like, ain't really registering because you ain't never really seen it. And I understand that. But all that shit is corporate law. Every city is a corporation. When you drive into any city, when you see the sign, they say, "Welcome to Chicago, incorporated in 1786." You run your corporation how you want to run your corporation. You hire who you want to hire. You give housing to who you want to give housing to, just like any college corporation does. You know what I'm saying? Who get dorms, whatever. You do what you want to do in your shit. Under the under federal law, whatever federal law dictates. You know what I'm saying? You set up your own system, your own tribal laws, your own architecture, so all your houses look alike. Your own policy on if people can have grass, how the grass could be, which is part of an HOA, which is something else. You know what I'm saying? You do what the fuck you got to do in order for your shit to be your shit. And then everybody else is coming into your shit. I ain't moving to Houston and living under Houston law. You want a place unincorporated and setting up a corporation and say, man, get down with the clique or get found in a ditch. Practice that shit for 7 years, get all the kinks out in the middle of nowhere, then come back in 7 years and franchise that shit all around the nation. So niggas that have safe space. It's not that hard, man. And honestly, only black men could do it. When black men had an opportunity to do it, they handed it off to a bitch. That's what Rick Ross did. That's what what's that other rapper? Not Waka Flocka. One of them Atlanta rappers. It was like, we're gonna buy cities. We bought 500 acres. We're gonna make our own town. Call it Negroville. Who running it? These fat bitches. Oh shit. I ain't going there.
Listen, man, I feel it.
Bro, it only sounds crazy because you don't think it's possible. But I'm telling you, these motherfuckers gave transgenders housing. Anything's possible. They have gated communities with trannies protected by bulldagger dykes as security guard. Stop.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. And they still don't think that's the crazy part is niggas still don't think that is more insane than men literally going their own way and say, yo, we gonna do this shit right here. Who coming with us? They think that it's crazier for men to start their own shit. Especially these bitches like, man, black men ain't never built nothing. They think it's crazy for black men to exclude them and build their own shit so their kids can read. You know what I'm saying? So their kids can read and learn a skill. You know what I'm saying? Not have to learn how to suck dick in 3rd grade. Instead, maybe learn how to change a car tire or fix their bike on their own or some shit. Make it a class. It's a quick thing.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I fully support your movement, especially when you say things like, stay away from cities with dyke men. Yeah, let me tell you how wild New York has been. Do you know what I saw last night?
Nah.
There was a man on the train.
I always thought you
just
was
naked.
Shoot your shot though. That ain't you. That's bad guy. My bad. Damn, that's fucked up, bro. All right.
This man was on the train, just naked. Like, didn't even have clothes with him. But where does that start? That started when he was a child.
Was he comfortable?
But now that he's a grown man, no one goes back to see what caused him to be in the condition to make him be that way. But it's, I mean, that more than likely he grew up under his mother.
Yeah.
Put him on all kind of weird ass medication to not look like she was a bad parent. But now that he's aged out, she can't get money for him. This crazy motherfucker just walking around the street.
Okay. Because women hate clothes. So if you see your mother walking around naked all day, probably outside too, walking around naked. How many times? Look, I don't even know if you got kids or not, but I used to hang out. My boy lived in a building across the street from school. Actually, two of my guys, two different schools, but one of them. The amount of fat bitches I see walking their kids to school wearing a house coat and fuzzy house shoes, and that's it. No bra, no panties, no shit. Wind blowing, pussy popping out. But you don't want to see the pussy because she fat. You know she walking around the crib like that without the robe and the house shoes.
Right, probably less. Black women's philosophy with clothes, black women's philosophy for having clothes on is the arrestable minimum. So the least amount of clothes she can wear in the street without being arrested, that's what she's gonna go for.
Yeah, that's why they like to fight, so they can get naked. They don't even be shamed. They just be asshole naked, just fighting. Yo, Small, every one of them did have a bonnet. That's crazy, bro. Every one of them that had a house coat and slippers on had a bonnet on. You right. I forgot the bonnet, bro. I forgot the bonnet.
They're more ashamed of their scalp than their ass. So they have their ass in the street, but cover their scalp.
That was bars. That was bars. Niggas say they more ashamed of their scalp than their ass. That was bars. Look, guys. When I was young, because I was smart. I still am smart, but I was like smart. When I was fucking with niggas that was rich. And I thought they was awesome because they was rich. And they would tell me shit like, nigga, if I had your brain, I'd be a billionaire. And I was like, nigga, if I had your hustle, I'd be a billionaire. So I used to sit in the passenger seat with them. Just ride around, soaking up game. Because being intelligent and having common sense is two totally different things, right? It's a lot of brilliant niggas that don't have common sense. So I used to ride around with them niggas and learn common sense, right? Like, just chilling. And he gave me an analogy one day. Because he used to always tell me, think bigger. Think bigger. That's all he say. Think bigger. Think bigger. Like, man, you're around too many small-minded people. You're going to think small. Think bigger. Think bigger. So he used this analogy one day. He said, if me, you, and a crackhead went to Walmart to steal, the crackhead would run up in there, try to grab whatever they could, whatever candies or purses or whatever by the door, and run out the store. He say, nigga, I know you. You'll find the most expensive item in that store. Somehow finesse the motherfuckers to not only take it to the counter, but gift wrap it to you and take it to your car and not pay shit. Like, you'll figure it out, nigga. A bounce check, goddamn it, you'll print out a gift card, nigga. Goddamn it, man, you'll fuck a bitch that worked there. Like, you'll figure out a way to get a fucking free $3,000 television. He's like, I know you will. I said, what would you do? He said, nigga, I pay the Mexicans on the dock. I take the whole fucking truck, pull it straight off the dock with all the TVs in it. I said, nigga, think bigger. That's what I'm challenging Tribe to do. Challenging Tribe to think bigger. If the game that you're playing isn't working for you, that's not your game. It's just not your game. Maybe you should have played baseball. Maybe you got great hand. Michael Jordan is arguably the best basketball player ever, but he couldn't hit a curveball for shit. Baseball wasn't his game. He was decent, but he wasn't Jordan-esque. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Wasn't his game. If the game that they playing ain't for you, if the rules don't fit your lifestyle, that's not the game for you. You play another game. Play another game. I'm introducing another game. I'm not introducing a better way to play a game that we don't control the rules to. Like, yo, let's play our own game. And whoever want to play with us, they'll play with us. Penny pitching. I got my shit on right now. You see the shirt say "Dirty Folks." This is my official penny pitching practice jersey T-shirt, right? Chicago is known for penny pitching. We known for it, right? Penny pitching and beanbags, spades, dominoes. That's cool. That's everywhere. Penny pitching and beanbags. That's Chicago shit, right? Niggas don't. But it's Chicago shit. Everybody in Chicago know how to pitch. When you go outside Chicago, people are like, what the fuck? Y'all throwing pennies, nigga? But if you're in Chicago, that's your game. Right? Like CeeLo in New York. Nobody else plays CeeLo except New York niggas and Detroit niggas. I'm like, 3 dice? What the fuck is that? But that's your game. Right? So, the whole thing about penny pitching is, when I told my dad, I said, man, I'm going to start a professional penny pitching league. He said, why would you do that? You can pitch on the sidewalk or in the alley. I said, yeah. Or we can license the court, license the coin, license the clothes, license the video game, customize the hats, do the distribution. We can make it profitable, or we can play it like it's some nigga shit. My dad still don't get it, and that's fine, because he a boomer. I don't expect him to understand shit. Right? During the course of that, I had to... I'm going to show y'all. Ain't that many people in here. They might enjoy learning something. Slides, one document. Figure it out. Alright. So yeah. Oh, wrong button. So, this the rule handbook. It's a professional penny pincher, right? Everything in here, I produced it. There go my logo. I produced it. Did this. Did the whole thing. The ISBN number. Did the barcode. It's legit. It's on Amazon actually, and it's free on Amazon Kindle. Y'all can get it. So this is just the player and referee guide. All this tells you is how to pitch pennies. Every nigga in Chicago know how to pitch pennies. Ain't never read a goddamn book, but it tell you how big the field of play is. It tell you what size the coin gonna be. It tells you everything you need to know about pitching pennies. These are the rules to pitching pennies. I added some shit to make it more competitive than it is on the street, but everything in it is how to pitch pennies. That's all it is, right? How long the matches are, goddamn it, man. What to do to go out of bounds. Everything about pitching pennies is on here. Everything on here, except for the 3-point strike that I put on there, is rules from the street. Everything on there is rules from the street. I just published it. Now it's an official game, right? as things happen, I add rules, I take shit out. It's our game. It's tribe game. We gonna have our penny pitching hall of fame, wherever the fuck we set up tribe, make it a tourist attraction for people that give a shit. Same thing they did for Canton, Ohio. Ain't nothing in Canton, Ohio except the baseball hall of fame. We could do the same shit. They have a little bitty ass shrine. It'd be about big as a coat closet or something. It ain't gonna be big as shit, but it's a landmark now. You feel me? Create the game, create the rules. And everybody who want to play your game got to play by your rules. And if they don't want to play by your rules or play your game at all, that's fine. But it's an option. I don't expect people who don't want to play the game to play the game. And I mean that in all elements. I don't expect girls who don't want to be secretaries to fuck with us. Because that's not what's for them. The biggest incentive they would have is to see girls who went through the process and see how happy they are with the process. Like, bitch, I ain't even got to think. Cool. Because they want the lifestyle without putting in the work. That's why they keep going to female wife coaches. How a divorced bitch gonna teach you how to be a wife? This bitch ain't successfully be a wife. You go through this bullshit because there's too many niggas listening, too many niggas considering other people that don't give a fuck about them, and they planning process. And then they worrying about what the people that don't give a fuck about them going to do when they decide to show that they don't give a fuck about them. Which is how you get child alienation, child support, shit like that. My thing is shit. Get down with the click or get found in a ditch. Keep it smooth. Change the game. This game ain't for us, bro. You ain't never realized Amish ain't never left northern Pennsylvania? Fuck electricity. And they got electricity because apparently they take credit cards, but they turn it back off at sunset. Because they have a system that works for them, and they don't want bullshit to invade what they space. Even though bullshit is invading their space because the feds is fucking with them now. Messing with they venison. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is.
Like even the tiny hats have a similar rule. So basically, their women don't have 24 access to the systems that they will use against them. They kind of got the same rules like the Amish, where they got to be in by sundown. Even though the men, run the streets and, buy black pussy at the street after dark, that's a different story.
Arabs do that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I know because I made an Arab upset yesterday, so I know. I walked in the store, Arab was trying to holler at the black. He was hollering at a black bitch, but the black bitch was hollering at him. I guess she needed $40, but
yeah, and they'll go when their EBT don't work in the corner store.
Exactly. So he pulled me to the side on some cool shit. Like, we ain't got no beef with him, none. And he was like, yo, bro. He's like, what pussy better? He said, what pussy tastes better? White pussy, Latina pussy, or black pussy? And I looked at him, I was like, shit, Arab pussy. And he looked at me all crazy. I was like, shit, nigga, you worrying about fucking black bitches, nigga? And one of you worried about fucking your bitches. But that's because he respects his women. He don't give a fuck about other people's women. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they tribed up. You don't see Arab women all in the street. The last time you saw an Arab woman kegging it late at night? When the last time you saw a pregnant Asian? They don't even let the girls come outside when they're pregnant.
I'm in New York, so that's not fair. That's still kind of wild shit.
Oh, yeah, that's New York, yeah. I'm in Chicago, I ain't never seen a pregnant Asian.
I have.
I don't see a lot of
I see Arab strippers. and bottle girls.
Yeah, them be the disowned prostitute ones though. They can't go back home. But they disowned though. Shout out to that. Shout out to motherfuckers. Same thing, bro. You can't abide by tribal rules, then tribe will abandon you. That's the problem with this color shit. That they don't abandon nobody. They just keep including people. Motherfuckers ain't got the same God, the same nationality, the same language, same shit. Don't have the same diet, just add them in. Like, nah, nigga, I'm excluding people, not including people. Nigga, motivated. I didn't defend black chicks. I offended Arab chicks. I'm an equal opportunity fuck these hoes type of dude, man. I don't think none of them worth shit. I think that other men just stay on their bitches' necks better than black men do. Because all these toddlers gonna toddle if left without adult supervision.
Right. And I'll tell you the other reason why you were right. He knew you were right because that's why they put them in hijabs.
Yeah.
You don't try to keep something secret unless it's valuable. And that's what black women don't understand.
You know what? I don't even care about that. I would have all our toddlers asshole naked. That just be walking around until they became normalized to the point dudes ain't even look at naked girls like, that's just Becky. Like, I don't want to take a toddler out their nature. I want my toddlers to toddle forever. Because they going to toddle forever anyway. But under the training. I want the old toddlers to teach the young toddlers penalty. Don't do that. Don't teach them how to be a toddler because they going to fuck that up. Teach them penalty like, I know what you want to do, girl. But don't do that. Give them a little leeway so they can fuck up but not too much just so they felt like they got away with some shit. You know, like you let kids eat the grapes at the grocery store and make them feel like they're not stealing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, yeah.
I mean, it works as long as you got to cut the toddlers off from their I guess their, I don't know what
just grab orphans.
I
see what you're saying. Just grab orphans, man. They ain't got no family.
Oh, shit.
A bunch of goddamn
but it's not just that. If they have access to, I guess you would say, controllable males or simp army.
Everybody got to take tolerology. That's why tolerology is more important than tribal. So I keep saying, man, we got the whole tribal constitution, everything, the paperwork ready to go to the IRS, everything. We need 15 good men that's eligible, that's certified tolerologists. Everything you saying really comes back to men's behavior. What men will allow, what men won't allow, what men's customs are. You know what I'm saying? How men... Rappers got to be the simplest niggas ever. Rappers are the ones that tell motherfuckers trick off bread. And that's some single mother rapper shit.
Right.
That never existed until the 1990s. Just like in athletics. Everybody who we loved in sports up until the 1990s came from a two-parent household. The Isaiah Thomases and Michael Jordans and Magic Johns, and some of them had huge-ass families. They'd be like the 7th of 9 children. You know what I'm saying? And they all came from a patriarchal structure. You know what I'm saying? Even if dad ended up getting on blows and doing dope, he still got them and showed up at every game. Damn, that sounds like a Kevin Hart joke. But it's still true. It's not until women start telling boys, number one, what it is to be a man, which is only earning. It's none of the skill sets you need. And number two,
or the discipline.
Yeah. And number two, what women want, which they say is money, but they don't want money. They just want stuff. And there's never enough stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think I played a video before about a chick that said she made $60,000 in one day and she had to go back to work the next day because she knew that money be going in 2 days because she already had it spent before she got it. Girls don't know what to do with money.
Yeah, that's my primary argument. And I posed this question in the child support hearing. And rather than answer my question, they adjourned the hearing. I ask simply, why is the mother entitled to more money if she's already proven to mismanage the money she's already been given?
That's not meant for them to answer.
But it's an arbitrational hearing.
Okay.
They have to answer a question.
No, they don't. And okay, I can tell you the answer. Because she won't get more money. Does that make you feel better? You'll pay more, but she won't get more. Make you feel better?
Nah, I won't. It makes me feel better knowing I won't do either.
Oh well, shit, man. Go out on your shield. But I had a homegirl telling me she had all 3 kids by the same dude. Even only 2 of them look alike, but apparently all 3 of them his. But he she was crying at me talking about should she go back to child support court because they wanted to raise his child support. She didn't say she wanted to. She said the state wanted to. Right?
Yeah, she get welfare.
Right. And I was like, well, how much we getting? She said she's getting $13.50 a month on a pay card, like a little prepaid credit card. And I'm like, damn, $13.50 for 3 kids? That's crazy. So, I didn't even know who her baby daddy was, but apparently he knew who I was because he inboxed me on Facebook. And he was like, man, bro. He said, man, I know you cool with my baby mama. Like, because she was helping me, like, promote my books and shit. So it wasn't like, she was like my little trusty assistant. That was like my little personal assistant. And he was like, man, I know you cool with my baby mama. He's like, yo, bro, could you tell her to let me see my daughters? He's like, man, I ain't seen my daughters in like 5-6 years. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, that's fucked up. I was like, man, word on the street is you ain't really been taking care of them either. And I wasn't saying it offensively. I was saying it like, because, you know, I don't trust girls like that. But I was like, damn, bro, how the fuck you just get $13.50 for 3 kids? He said, bro, he said, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, man, I pay almost $600 a month. He said she only gets $13. He's like, because she get Section 8, food stamps, motherfucking SSI, because she keeps trying to make one of her kids crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? She tried to make 2 of them crazy, actually. She was kind of fucking up her kids, trying to get more money and shit. But I ain't know that's a later.
But that's not child abuse. That's not child abuse, and women don't lose custody for doing that.
Because the state gets the money.
Right.
That's why they can't answer. Because no matter what she gets, she gonna get what she getting. The state get the rest of that. I understand that, bro. I understand. That's my whole point on the arbitration from the beginning, right? The pre-clerk arbitration. That way you circumvent that. So don't get it twisted. We still gonna tax you for being a dad, but you get to keep the kid. Rather pay child support for a kid you don't see, or have to pay dues for a kid that you raise, because you know school still costs shit like that. But
men don't. Here's the thing about child support. Men don't mind paying for something that they get value out of.
I agree.
So typically what happens is you pay all this money for all these years, and the kid still comes out fucked up.
And they hate you.
Right. And it's misplaced hate. The person they should hate is the person to put them in the shit they in, which is usually their mama.
Bro, you preach it to the choir. I ain't got nothing. All I'm saying, bro, is that, and I kind of sort of can tie this into the theme of today's show, that it's the allure of freedom, whether it's financial freedom, personal freedom, freedom from adult supervision. It's the allure of freedom that people are selling now. But freedom ain't free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Freedom comes with duty. What men see of freedom is the freedom of having your own autonomy, not the freedom of rules and structure. That's not how men see freedom. Men see freedom as the ability to go as far as your skills and luck will allow you to get. You know what I'm saying? To be able to travel, to enjoy the life and liberty. That's what freedom is to men. To women, freedom is anarchy. Because freedom and anarchy mean the same thing, which means no rules. But they still need somebody to pay for their lifestyle. So freedom to them means that somebody else has to be a slave. You know, probably the taxpayer, but somebody they slave. Which is the irony of black women always talking about Willie Lynch and Jim Crow. They are the reason for slavery.
Right. And they know that. They just don't want you to know.
Shit, I know that. I'm trying to inform guys, like, look, it's not even that difficult. Life is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. You do this, and this, you'll get this, and this. It's risk reward. You know what I'm saying? That's life. Once you add toddlers to life, then it's risk, no reward. And if you do the right thing, it still doesn't matter. You can still lose playing the game right. As a matter of fact, the more fair you are when you play a toddler's game, the more likely you are to lose.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See a little 2-year-old boy playing basketball. He don't dribble. He just run all the way across the floor and dunk it. He don't play by no rules. Having the most fun of his life. But then he has a feeling of accomplishment when he learns the rules and plays by the rules. All toddlers are the same way. There just has not been a generation of black men who check their toddlers in 80 years. Maybe more. When I look back, I don't believe my dad's stories all the time. Because my dad's stories switch depending on who he's talking to. I mean, the character switch too. So, like, he'll talk to one person and be like, yeah, because they were, like, the foundational member of such and such. And he'll talk to family and be like, yeah, but his brother was an alcoholic. Like, when he talks to family, it's always about the most negative people in the family. When he talks to strangers, he highlights the greats, which is dumb. You should highlight the great, period. Because why would you fuck up your last name saying there's any chinks in your armor? But that's baby boomer shit. I digress. So, I have uncles. And they my great uncles, as a matter of fact. Because my great grandfather was that nigga. And he had a bunch of kids with a couple of wives. And his kids loved women. All of them. He had 9 kids. 6 boys, 3 girls. Nah, 5 boys, 4 girls. 5 boys, 4 girls. And of those 5 boys, 4 of them became alcoholics. One of them went to the crazy house. And all of them went crazy because of their wives. They either became alcoholics or went crazy because of their wives. Directly. Like when nothing wrong with them, got a girl, went crazy. Or became a drunk. So I can't say that the silent generation was any better than the boomer generation on training their toddlers. They had toddlers. When they start talking about the black people had a 96% marriage rate, they never talk about the fact that those men was yelling happy wife, happy life, and they wasn't happy. Women have never made a man happy. Unless he trained them. They don't come out the box happy. You happy to get some pussy. After you get the pussy in the next 2 weeks, she be like, what the fuck is she talking about? They don't come out the box making people happy. They have to be trained for that. Black men run. They get in a relationship scared cause you lose shit. The only motherfuckers ain't scared is niggas ain't got shit. That's why they knocking up everybody, cause they ain't got shit. They ain't got shit to lose. They don't have to worry about responsibility like that. They probably love their kids, but they ain't got shit. They ain't got nothing to lose. But when you in a relationship, you lose shit. You got a little apartment, you want to keep your little apartment. You don't want to get that man. Get your check garnished. Now you can't afford your apartment. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep your little whip. You don't want a bitch, keying up your car talking about you a bitch on the side door. You don't want that shit. And then you can't do nothing back. Who want to live with those type of rules? That's crazy.
You preach to the choir. I don't even let women know where I live anymore. I learned my lesson the first time.
I had put hands on a couple of girls where I live. I ain't gonna lie like I have. But I'm so cool. Bro, I'm so cool with my neighbors. Cause I don't be on nothing, bro. I'm the nigga that all I want to do is just crack jokes, cook, grill some chicken, invite the neighbors over. You know what I'm saying? If I put the meat on the grill, they bring the bottles of tequila. Some niggas come from nowhere. They doing shit I don't even do. These niggas got weed and fucking powder cocaine. They sniffing in the corner, cracking jokes. Like, I create an atmosphere of safety. When you're around me, you feel secure. And I'm not saying like men ain't men. I mean just even emotionally you feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Like I was out here one day and a motherfucker just came to me. I ain't seen Otis in forever. And I don't know where the fuck Otis came from. But that nigga popped up with some other niggas and was like, man, fam, what's good? And I'm chilling, playing music, grilling, we having conversation. And the man just walked to me, man. He had a tear in his eye, bro. And he hugged me and he kissed me on a mafia kiss, like one of the mafia kisses and shit, and was like, thank you, bro. I needed this. Like, man, I was going through so much stuff, man. I needed this energy, bro. Thank you, bro. And I don't know what that man was going through, and I didn't ask him. But I know he a good dude, so whatever the fuck he was going through, and it had something to do with a girl, because he had mentioned a girl. But whatever the fuck she was putting him through had that nigga in a bad spot. And I'm like, nigga, you was that, and he's still that nigga, but I'm like, nigga, you the worshipful master of your Masonic lodge. Nigga, you put motherfuckers on, you got bread. Nigga, you done had bread since the 90s. Like, you letting this bitch stress you out, nigga? Man, if you don't get a piece of chicken and chill, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you become a slave to your relationship, man. And a lot of black men are slaves to black women. To the point that if you're not a slave to black women, they think something wrong with you. You hate your mother, you must be gay, and all type of cool ass.
It's funny you say that, because I started to notice because I listen to a lot of space, self-improvement, being happy within yourself. You know that it's starting to work when other women are trying to put women on you, saying, oh, you need a woman. Why? Because I look happy?
Yes, because you need somebody got depression. I've heard girls tell me that. My homegirls told me, shit, two of my homegirls told me that, and both of them married. As soon as they got married, they called me, told me I need a woman. They ain't give me no pussy, but then now they telling me I need to go out here and find a girl too. And I said, okay, cool. All right, cool. Y'all say I need a woman. Hook me up with one of your friends. I don't fuck with bitches. Bitches messy. I said, so why would you want that from me? You ain't got no female friends because bitches messy. Why would you want that from me? I ain't fucking with y'all because y'all messy.
I'll tell you what it is. They don't want their man to recognize how happy you are, while he still has an ability to escape without her doing maximum damage on the way out.
That's because they married. Look, and I know these young ladies, and I ain't got no problem with them. This ain't no fuck these bitches, nothing like that. I don't have red pill rage. I have righteous hate. That's what I don't think people understand the difference. I don't have red pill rage, nigga. I got righteous hate. But my thing is, and I know them. We cool. I understand their resume. They have great jobs. They fucking gorgeous. Both of them, they look totally different. Both of them are 8. Gorgeous girls, good jobs, college educated. Their resume is phenomenal. But it's the resume that makes them controlling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My whole thing is like, shorty. Oh, fuck you. Don't get it twisted, nigga. Catch your ass slipping in the bathroom. You leave the door open, nigga. I'm gonna come in and wipe the coochie for you like shit while your pants already down. Like, I'm bogus like that. You know what I'm saying? And girls will go because they like wrists like that, or they beat me up. Either way. But that don't stop me from should lock the door, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go, but I know that for me, they wouldn't be compatible with me in a relationship because I strive for something other than love. Because that costs me. Love is me. I gotta love you. You don't love me back. I gotta love you. I have to entertain you like you my child. You can't entertain yourself. I've never seen a girl entertain herself. Wait, that's not true. That's not true. I've never seen it, but I heard a conversation earlier today. It's a true story. 3 white women, 4 black women. The white women varied in age between the ages of 28 and 45. All the black women were under 35. They was on cup 20s, early 30s. They having whole conversations about crocheting and watching anime and all type of entertain yourself type shit. And I ain't saying that, I'm just listening. I was trying to record it, but it didn't occur to me to record it until they kept talking, until they said something. The black girl say something about she want to crochet a sweater in a damn, what's his name? Yeah, singer. He do that show The Voice. Now I can't think of his name. He from Chicago too. And he on good music. I should know his name. John Legend. She talking about John Legend with these squares on his sweaters or vest or some shit. She trying to crochet a sweater in a John Legend pattern. And I'm like, that's some cool shit. But y'all don't never have this energy when y'all around black men. Y'all got this energy with Becky and Karen, but you ain't got this energy with Jamal and Raheem. With Jamal and Raheem is, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got life confused. Y'all doing shit backwards. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And these bitches ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, it was cool conversation. I mean, like I said, it was toddler babble. A lot of wine, a lot of they like to coloring books. That's what made me want to start recording. And I was like, man, why ain't even record this shit? That would have been great content. But I told y'all, these bitches 40, like, yeah, I love coloring books. But I was too late on the draw. By the time I pulled out the record and did all that shit, they started talking about something else. But, bro, you just got to be the master of your environment. They keep telling everybody, here's the problem. Black men in these spaces keep telling you be a master of yourself. That's fine. That's fine. I told y'all one of the best books I've ever read is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Everything small stuff. So I'm with mastering yourself. That's fine. You got to master your environment. Because your environment dictates how you get to move. You mastering yourself don't mean shit when somebody else, you know what I'm saying, whoever that somebody else is, whether it's police or administrators or appellate courts or some dumb nigga with a gun and no guidance, or some other motherfucking force is trying to take you off your square. I don't let that shit matter. You gotta master your environment, and the way you master your environment is by having the same productive culture as everybody else in your environment. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can move to better neighborhoods all day, but better neighborhoods become bad neighborhoods once you bring a black girl to your neighborhood anyway. That's what happened to all better neighborhoods. There are no ghettos. There are projects, but there were no ghettos until black women went around with no supervision. They blame black men. They were black men in front of the liquor stores, black men.
Right. This is you're 100% right because I participate in white flight all the time. I'm dealing with that shit right now. The neighborhood I was in was a good neighborhood about 6 years ago. After COVID, moving people around, housing vouchers, the neighborhood I'm in has literally gone to shit in 6 months. There's niggas outside smoking weed now, throwing trash in the street. Never had none of that.
They come with the bitch. They blame men, but those men come with the bitch. You show me a block of working men who have all agreed to cut their grass and keep their business in the house and keep a good face in the street. And that's any neighborhood USA. You show me a man that a black woman would seriously date. He will double park in the middle of the street next to a parking spot. Never find a garbage can. You know what I'm saying? Pee in the weirdest spots. He won't even go in the alley. I could see peeing in the alley. They never even go in the alley. They just pee in weird spots. And they bring down the value because you have horrible. Women only like the worst black men. And when I say women, I mean all women. White women only want the worst black men. They don't really get middle black men. They get the best or the worst. Because they see black men as a fetish. The crazy thing is, black women also see black men as a fetish. That's so crazy. They don't see you as men. Even if you operate as men. You operate like every other American man, and it's never going to be enough because they don't see you as a man. They don't respect you as a man because you don't control your environment. You got to control your environment. It don't even matter if she respects you or not. As long as you follow the rules of the life. I don't expect a girl to like me. I really don't. These girls don't know what the fuck they like. I don't expect her to dislike me either. I don't expect her to do either one all the time. Right? With no fault of mine. I don't have to do nothing for her to like me or not like me that particular day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need her not to be able to fuck up my life because she wants to make a permanent decision based on a temporary emotion. And then because women don't have the ability to apologize, they'll double down on that permanent decision that fucked up so much and tell you to forgive her temporary emotion. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Temporary emotion with permanent consequences.
If a man had a temporary emotion with a permanent consequence, he'll wake up in jail. A lapse of judgment, he'll wake up in jail. Making a permanent consequence of, I got drunk, I decided to drive, did it a million times, but this particular day, a dog was in the street, I ducked the dog, didn't see the old lady, hit the old lady. Now I'm drunk with a vehicular homicide. That's an aggravated vehicular homicide now. So this not even a accident now. Now I'm a criminal.
Right. But if a woman commits that same crime, she'll get an ankle monitor and an affordable housing voucher.
Something to that extent. Right. If I wake up at 2 a.m. and had a dream that my girl was cheating and woke her up choking her out, I'm going to jail. She wakes me up in the same scenario because she had a dream I was cheating. It's gonna be police lights in my face. She's gonna be fighting. It's gonna be an argument. I may get escorted out my house, like I ain't got to go to work in the morning because she had a bad dream. Permanent
Right.
decision.
And false DV claim don't count as false reports.
Right. I had a friend whose uncle went to jail for a minute because a woman felt like he was raping her. It's a true story. My boy uncle got slapped drunk, like pissy drunk. Like, how did you make it home drunk? And he was married to a woman who had a 16-year-old daughter. And he went in pissy drunk. He was pissy drunk. I know how he get down, so I know he was drunk. And he went to the bathroom and he peed. And he never got out the bathroom. He just fell asleep on the bathroom floor, which he way too old to do. That's what you do in college. But that's what he did. He fell asleep with his pants still on his knees on the bathroom floor.
I know a guy that lived in my building. I was about 14 when this happened. He got in a domestic dispute with his girl. She stabbed him. When the police came and arrested him, they wrote the police report and said that he was in a possession of a knife. The knife was stuck, wedged in his arm when he was arrested. They had to go to the hospital, get the knife removed, stitch him up, and then take him to jail. The judge looked at the police report and said, if he was in possession of a knife, why did you take him to the hospital? And the police said, oh, the knife was wedged in his arm and his shoulder. So they said, well, how was he in possession of a knife? The woman stabbed him. They never gave him the opportunity to press charges. They arrested him and charged him with the knife that he was stabbed with.
I've seen that happen. In my boy uncle situation, he fell asleep on the bathroom floor. 16-year-old girl walks in the bathroom to take a piss, sees him sleep on the bathroom floor, feels like she was going to be assaulted, called the police. Police got there. He was still asleep on the bathroom floor. And she said she felt like he was there to molest her, even though she walked in the bathroom and he was already asleep on the floor. Her mother, which was his wife, teamed up with the daughter to say that it was possible that he was trying to snatch the coochie. He ended up doing 8 or 9 months in the county fighting it. He gets out because they really don't have proof, but they're trying to get a conviction. So eventually they put him on house arrest, which was also difficult because you know how hard it is to find somebody's house that's not in Chicago. You can't be close to a school or a fire hydrant. You know how hard it is to find a house? Not by a fire hydrant.
You can't be close to a park either.
School, park. But yeah, I'm cool with the school and the park. I got that. You can't be within 500 feet of a fire hydrant. How is that possible? In the city. It's fire hydrant on every block.
Yeah.
His siblings and his mom, rest in peace of his mom, they had to put some money together with him to buy him a starter house in Gary, Indiana, because everything in Gary abandoned. So that's the closest he can get to a house with no fire hydrant. As soon as all that happened, he go to court. They throw the shit out like another year later. He kept going back and forth with court for that shit. You know his wife, after he beat the case and got on the stand and said what happened and they dismissed the case, you know his wife asked him to come back home?
Yeah, she wanted another opportunity to set him up.
Anyway, man, I've been holding court for a minute. Don't nobody appreciate the show, man. No damn daycare fees. They got me just holding the mic. They don't care if I don't get no new mic stand. Anyway, but yeah, man, I appreciate you coming up, Face, man. You always got insight, bro. You always welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I feel like all the suffering I done, you know, the least I would do is, you know.
Man, fuck your suffering, man. Let me tell you something, bro. Nah, I'm being 100, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Anybody who has ever lived any type of life has suffered the same shit. That's the point. We all go through the same stuff with different, varying intensity. Varying intensity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it costs you money. Sometimes it costs you time. Sometimes it costs you a kid. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, no, when I say suffering, I'm referring to the money.
I got you. But I'm saying everybody suffer. Time is money. Kids cost money. Everything is a lateral thing. Degrees of suffering. We all go through degrees of suffering for things that you shouldn't have to go through degrees of suffering. When you do something and you get punished for some shit you did, you kind of just roll with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's when you get punished for doing the right thing or doing what you thought was the right thing. That's when it hurts. Right.
Right.
But it's the penalty of being a good man, bro. Like, you can't. Eddie Griffin once said about black men in Hollywood, they say they won't allow you to get out the game clean. And after they kick you out the game, they try to take everything you have, right? Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson. They let you get so high, and then they try to take everything back. That's big stakes zero theory. On a small level, that's toddlers. They don't allow you to be great for a long period of time, unless you get them young. You gotta damn near be high school sweethearts, and even that shit don't work all the time. If you let it get a fucking Twitter account, you know what I'm saying, Instagram account, it might be a wrap. You gotta just control the situation, man. You gotta control your environment. You can't control another person, what their motivation is, but you can mitigate the type of damage they could do to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can say everything you know they gonna do. Because they ain't got the same story. A lot of dudes is ashamed of their story, so they don't talk about it. Or a lot of people think that love is supposed to be pain. But everybody got the same story. I am more shocked. The two things that shocked me about the internet the most, it wasn't niggas find out about girls. I've been knowing girls ain't shit. It was the amount of dudes that wasn't getting pussy. I didn't not know that existed. That niggas just was not fucking. I didn't even know that existed. With the plentiful, and the second thing that helped me was don't nobody like baby boomers. I thought it was just me, like, man, like, cause you know one fuckers when I grew up, people will fight you over your mama joke. You ain't even gotta say his mama did nothing. Like, your mama, nigga, ready to fight, like, bro, like, I'm thinking like, shit, something wrong with me, cause I don't see the mystique. And I came out here and niggas like, nah, boomers ain't shit. White kids is like, yo, boomers ain't shit. Like, everybody like, yo, boomers ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, boomers ain't shit. So,
yeah, thanks to the internet, we can see that the boomers sold us out. And they want to blame us for it.
And that's the thing. They want to blame us for it. And the thing is, they take the credit of what the civil rights generation did, which was their parents. And then they want to take they did all the drugs. They want to blame drug dealers. I'm like, yo, you know that all they was selling drugs to was boomers, right? Like 17-year-old niggas was getting money off 35-year-old boomers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, bro, that was kind of you too. Cause how y'all mad at the drug dealer but not the drug user? Like, I never understood that shit.
Right. And then when they locked up the dealer, to leave the kids with the use them. So a lot of kids are raised by their crackhead grandmother.
All that. So I never understood how backwards the boomers thought until I understood the boomers I knew, but I didn't know it was every boomer. I thought like, yo, something wrong with the people I know is in my community, is the family. Nah, bro. All that sex, drugs, and rock and roll fucked them up on all generations because they all listen to the same music. It wasn't like they wasn't all listening to the same shit. They was all listening to Aerosmith or, you know what I'm saying, Bobby Boublin or whatever, like every race. So they had the same programming. They was going through the same scenarios. They just fucked up. They're just a fucked up generation. So a lot of things that guys are talking about can't be done didn't start until the boomers. So it could be done because it just recently started. It was before we was born. But not that much before we was born, 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Switch that shit out. But yeah, man, I think it's my tequila time, man. Y'all know how I get down. Try to get in here early so I can go to work in the morning. But I appreciate you sliding up, man. I really do.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out, peace to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody who donated toward this. I might have to get another one. They don't even cost that much, but it's gonna take forever to get it shipped. Anyway, as always, guys, y'all know the deal. Love your brother as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Chill! You're one of the top 6 speakers of the past 8 years, but I hated you at first. Could you please mention the Dirty Folks podcast? Thank you, Lord Charles. Dirty Folks.
Real quick, man. Call me right when I was going off, man. But I want to give him his acknowledgement right now, man. So I think he put me up at the top for this new pedestal thing. Shout out to Ken, man, for the $15 cash app at the buzzer, man. At the buzzer. Gratitude, sir. All right, we out.
Chill! You're one of the top 6 speakers of the past 8 years, but I hated you at first. Could you please mention the Dirty Folks podcast? Thank you, Lord Charles. Dirty Folks.
And see, I find it to be hilarious because even if I did behave like a teenager, I would be ahead of a lot of these B-dubs that want to make these comments because a lot of you behave like toddlers. Shout out to my man Dirty Folk.
And it's because y'all niggas don't support. Y'all do support. Y'all support titties and pussy. Hey, shout out to Dirty Folk.
Men have sort of quietly begun to agree that even the most like off the wall extreme advice or takes that you get from some random guy on the internet is more useful than anything allegedly profound that you would hear from a trained black female professional. All right, like look, let's take a perfect example of this, right? The idea of Dirty Folks when he come up and he says like women with clothes on, that is a way more useful notion to frame your mental state around than anything your black female therapist would ever tell you. Cause she's a woman with clothes on. Why the fuck would you listen to her? Like when he says that, it makes sense in a way that it just appeals to you, and it's something that your black female therapist could never match.
Yo, tribesman, the daycare is too influential to be so small. Do your big homie a favor, man. Like, sub, share, clip. I know I got at least 10 bars that can change somebody's life, man. Help me to help my brother. Love each other as you love yourself.